Hello, everyone. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to the Academic Foxhole. It is I, your host, Trooper SJP, and I want to thank everyone for being here who is here. Let me take a drink of my orange juice, which is my beverage for today. PH, how are you? Woo! Hey, PH. Sharky, Sharky, Sharky. Sharky's the best. I don't even know. Alright, so I'm gonna just tell you a thought that I had, and it's based on the fact that you just, put up the Sharky emotes. And this is the thing I've been thinking about, actually, for a while recently. I was thinking about the ways in which, people create something, as well as a thing creates people. Let me tell you what I mean by that. What I mean by that is, so there's Hyper RPG, right? And Hyper RPG created all of these things, right? So if it weren't for Hyper RPG, then various people would never have been so famous and popular, and they've done all of the stuff. And certainly they've done all of the stuff. But that Sharky emote, that came from Corpse Sins, right? And so Corpse Sins has made Hyper RPG as DFA has made Hyper RPG as much as Hyper RPG has made them, right? So Critical Role has made Geek and Sundry as much as Geek and Sundry has made them. Michael Jackson made MTV as much as MTV made Michael Jackson. And so sometimes I just think that we don't always appreciate the reciprocal nature of creativity. That's all. That's all I'm saying. And I think we should. That is... Right? I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm wearing an Infect t-shirt. Well, I'm not right now. I was the other day. And that Infect t-shirt, right, Infect was made up by Claudia. Video killed the radio store. That's true. Right, but I was just thinking, like Infect, this thing that we love, this thing that is, like, we're so invested in, that was, like, invented by Claudia in her exciting a Claudia way. And so I'm just kind of thinking about the ways in which, things are collaborative in ways, exactly. Um, then also I think about the ways in which, right, some fan sent in that shark costume, I'm pretty sure, right? So there's this whole way in which sort of creation sort of gets sort of forged, right, through a lot of people altogether. Hey, Dema, how are you doing? Claudia is a precious gem of human being. Claudia is the best. And Dema, I have not seen you in so long. It is good to see you. We are all, at the moment, we are talking about MFEC. I was just sort of talking about the ways in which the name MFEC was created by Claudia, and so Claudia is really important right then in what Corpse Sins is, and then of course Corpse Sins is really important for what Hyper RPG is. Hyper RPG... Cupcake Therapy! How are you doing? Cupcake Therapy, now I want some cupcakes. See how you are, CCT, and that's really good. I'm gonna... Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome to know. But I'm just saying, right, there's this idea in which I don't think it would be fair to say... Oh, what happened? Oh. If she felt pressure to do those flirting innuendo moments, I'm going to assume that the word that right there says MOMA is moments. Well, I assumed so, because that seemed to be what was happening to me. I mean, to me, that seemed to be what was happening, not that it was happening to me. It did not. She felt. I mean, and I think also seeing her play in that one sort of anime-ish, My Life with Master, was that what it was called? That one on Weekly Affirmations. She loves her anime and she loves her tropes, so it did not feel to me. It did not seem to me as if she was pressured into doing things that she didn't want to do. It seemed to me as if they were all having a great time leaning into the tropes of that were all part of this sort of series that they all enjoyed so much. That's what it seemed like to me. So, so I have not had time to go make a logic grid on my own, so we cannot solve this one mission just yet. Oh, see, look at you checking in on people. See, that's nice. We're gonna go and do these, we'll check our reports. We cannot do this one here, identify the Venatori agent, because I haven't done my logic puzzle grids, and I don't want to cheat and just look up the answer. So, and doing logic table grids will not be fun for you because you can't see me do it, and I have to sort of do it on paper. So that is just a thing that I'm going to do later, and I hope to have it done for the stream, the next time I stream, which, by the way, because I have a Saturday thing next Saturday as well, this stream will be Friday evening, right? So I'll do the end of Orwell Thursday evening, and then who knows how long that will be and what will happen, and then we'll do Inquisition Friday evening. And then the week after that should be back to the regular Thursday, Saturday schedule. That is the plan. And, just so you know, grades are due tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Let's just randomly push buttons. It's fine. You just do it. But what if we identify the wrong person? I feel like that would be bad. What was I going to tell you? Oh, yeah. So all my grades are due tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. I still have an insane number of things I have to do. I have to do a bunch of organization for some professional societies and some writing, but grades will be done 9 a.m. I am so excited, and I'm on this home stretch. It's going to be so good. I have so much administrative work to do. It'll be fine. Let's find out what happens here. Who is this? Oh, Monsieur Penchant de Lyon. Okay. Everyone gets an A! You know, I will tell you, Ger, I wish everyone would get an A. That is like my dream and hope. My dream is that everyone gets an A. And this is a seminar, so everyone should get an A. But I'm afraid that is not going to happen this semester. I am hoping that no one will fail. I'm hoping that all the papers that I got in, that they will all be good. This is my hope. I'm a little worried. So let's see. My dear Inquisitor, I cannot express how delighted I am with the result of your intervention. This is the guy, the creepy dude who we don't like, who said he would give back Dorian's family seal if we get him into this organization. This is also fair, Paladin. This is also fair. I do not give A's easily. You've gotta. If you get an A, that's because you earned it, and that was amazing. Let's see. I cannot express how delighted I am with the result of your intervention. For years I've tried to earn admittance to the Celestine League, only to have them turn their noses up at me as if I were a piece of dung they passed on the street. And after so long, none other than Lady Amadine came to extend an invitation to the League. She all but begged me to join. It was delicious. Many thanks, Monsieur Penchant de Lyon. Underneath, an unsigned note is written. The merchant kept his word. The Pavus birthright was delivered to Skyhold. You may return it to Dorian personally if you desire. Oh. Well, well. And we will. We will do that. I'm very excited. And we're going to gather... Oh, yeah, we just did a little bit of gathering of leather. Right, not a big deal. And a little bit of gathering of cloth. Also not a big deal. Oh, I'm sure that's true. I'm sure that A's are a lot rarer in Europe. Grade inflation's a thing. It has to do with a capitalist model of universe. Like there's been a real sort of shift towards a neoliberal sort of capitalist model of education, wherein people say, well, I paid money to be here, so I deserve an A, right? And there's a way in which this. Oh, and also that a lot of our evaluations are based on student. Like we get a lot of we have a lot of things are happening based on student evaluations, and so students will basically grade you, and if you don't give them A's, they don't grade you as well, and if you don't get graded well, that could be really bad for your career. So there's a lot of pressure for people, especially people who don't have tenure or who are contingent labor, to give people A's so that they don't get tanked in their student evals. And then, of course, because, yeah, I mean, it's just messed up, right? Especially since those student evals, many studies have shown, are not really based on learning, but based on A, whether or not students think the professor is hot, B, whether or not they're going to get an A or not, C, the gender or race of the professor. Like, I mean, it's just not really good, but that's what we are working with, it looks like. Let's see, what can I send my people out to do? Let's see if there's anything in Ferelden. I mean, I just think it's all fairly unfortunate. What is this? Gather herbs. Well, let's gather some herbs. Yeah, but you know, on the one, like, on one hand, it seems like not a bad system, right? I'm sure when people first came up with it, they thought, oh, this won't be so bad, right? Like, we will ask the students what they think, because they're the ones who are taking the classes, and they will give evaluations, and that seems like a really good, progressive thing to do, right? I mean, it seems progressive. The only problem is, of course, is that the students end up not... What is this? End. What is that? They end up not judging based on education, right? Yes, that's it. See, PH, that's exactly what it is. People do these evals, and it ends up being whether or not you like the teacher or not, and that's not necessarily about whether or not they're a good teacher. I mean, it's very unfortunate. It makes me sad. Oh, this is our, this is our assassination thing that we can do. Let's see. Oh, this is the woman who needs to marry the guy, but she doesn't really want to, because she wants the soldier, and we have to decide what to do about it. Josephine says, if the lady requests an assassin, it is not for us to say she should not. The contract is between her and those she has hired. Liliana says, let the lady marry her betrothed, then strike at him as she asks. She gains well with her true love, and we earn her gratitude. And Colin is like, what? So we're going to go and do the Liliana way, have her get married, then kill her betrothed. She gets everything, and then we're awesome. Right? That's what we're going to do, because I feel like that is the best sneaky thing to do. Love it. Let's see. Completed. What is this? Gather coin. A little bit boring. Investigate the Frostback Basin. Completed. We actually have done a lot of things. I'm very proud of us, all of us together. By the way, I'm going to do more visual novels with you all so that we can all choose choices together. I'm very excited for that because I really enjoy doing One Night Stand with you all. So I'm excited about doing more of this. I suppose we should go back to... Oh, good. It's on my list of games to play. I thought we could play it all together, and that would be really fun. So I think, wow, I really do think we've done a lot of things already. By the way, Dema, how long did it take you to finish the beginner's game? It's my question that I want to know. Let's do, we've got what? Well, let's just gather some cloth.
Let's see what we have.
We're just gonna gather some goods. And, gather some leather. It is fine. Oh, 2 to 3 hours. That's great. Oh, that's awesome. So that means it'll be... Don't Google it! That means it'll be a really great Thursday stream game. Perfect. I am very excited about that. So right now, I think we just need to talk to some people. We need to talk to Josephine and Dorian and find out how it's going.
Any news on the House of Repose, Inquisitor?
Ooh, I love really, really sad games.
What's the next favor we need to get these Du Paraquets a lordship?
We must persuade Minister Belize to ratify the papers. She's in charge of these matters of rank. The minister will be at a small fete thrown by the Marquis Wiscott. I'll get you an invitation.
Oh. Well, well, it looks like we have a thing we can do, which is great, to help Josephine. Because I feel like we need to help our people, right? I have completed the Stanley Parable, not 100% all endings, because I have not done that. But I have done quite a few of the endings. And I really like the Stanley Parable. That is a fun game. Very, fourth wall breaking. If you have not played it, I recommend it. Actually...
I need to know more about Corypheus.
You shamed him when you destroyed Haven. Spoiled his glorious victory.
We've had this
It would
conversation.
be worse to acknowledge that you had done so. He must continue on his course or show weakness. He will return to his plans to throw Olay into chaos.
You know, I'm not... I like getting 100% unless doing so is really... what's the word? Unless doing so is... gets tedious, and then I don't. Let's talk to Dorian.
I heard a little rumor about you.
Is that so?
Indeed. Someone's been doing some training. As an assassin, no less.
That's true. I will say the skills are useful.
The skills involved are rather handy.
I should say, with the amount of killing you do, a bit of flair's a fine thing.
I don't kill that many people.
Are you joking? I'm only surprised you didn't kill someone walking over here. At any rate, if you ever intend to make it an actual profession, do tell me. The Antivan Crows have nothing on the Imperium. I know people. Keep it in mind.
I just want to say for the record that clearly Dorian is the best person to date because he's not upset about me being an assassin. He thinks it's awesome, and he has contacts. So that's great. So I have his amulet.
I have something for you. Here it is.
Now I'm indebted to you.
No.
I never wanted this, I told you.
I did this for you.
I didn't do this so you would be indebted to me, Dorian. I did it for you.
That's the problem.
How is that a problem?
Someone intelligent would cozy up to the Inquisitor if they could. It'd be foolish not to. He can open doors, get you whatever you want, shower you with gifts and power. That's what they'll say. I'm the Magister who's using you.
You know, I kind of don't care what people have to say. I didn't know you worried. I am just using him for that exposed soldier. And Dema, I'm really glad that your first test run went really well. Dema, you're in a fight, PBB. I run away! Because I do think, I think it's probably tricky to get that roll 20 to work out the way you want it to. Let's see. I didn't know you worried. Use me, I don't mind. Let them. I'm just going to say let them, because really, whatever.
Let them say whatever they want. I don't care about them.
Naive but adorable. I was an ass earlier at the Merchants. It's my specialty. I apologize and thank you.
Oh, we're getting a romance scene, people. Aw, that's so romantic.
I'm going to stop before I say something syrupy, but I won't forget this, and I will repay you. Count on it.
So, Paladin, you're asking why the shoulder's exposed, and I will tell you something that that may make sense. So I tend to sleep hot, right? So like I tend to be really warm. So I tend not to wear a lot when I'm sleeping, unless it's cold, in which case I wear pajamas. But for the longest time, my shoulders would get cold. So I'd do this crazy thing where I'd like have the blanket only on my like upper half, so it'd cover my shoulders, but then not my legs, so my legs wouldn't get hot. So maybe he's like that, where like just one shoulder's really hot all the time. So you know he doesn't want to wear anything on it. I mean, I'm just saying it's possible. He could have strange circulation.
Your quarters lately, by chance?
Not recently.
Do when you have the time. There's something there that might interest you.
Oh.
I should go.
Try not to kill anyone without me.
I like that he recognizes that I kill a lot of people. Yeah, maybe he just works out at the gym, but only on that one shoulder. I mean, these are possibilities.
I trust everything is well with the mages?
There have been a few scuffles with your Templars, but overall, it is going well.
So, I have a question for everyone. For anyone who has played this game already, this is also true. He probably is, like, it's sort of like vaguely sort of, what do you call it, fencery in a way. Like, you know, he probably doesn't need that one exposed.
Here is the request. A request has been made of you, Inquisitor.
Oh?
Here it is.
Thanks.
What is your evaluation of how we're doing?
Adequate. Based on the partial improvements to Skyhold.
So, you know, when you're fencing, because I'm a left-handed fencer, so you'd wear this sort of protection over, there's like this sort of funky kind of sleeve that you would wear just on your left side if you were a left-handed fencer that would cover up your left shoulder, left armpit, and like sort of like your left pec, that you wouldn't wear on the other side. So it could indeed be sort of a fencing thing.
As you were.
Yes, Inquisitor.
I feel like we're just gonna do a bit of a round to just talk to everyone and see how everyone is doing. Who is this?
Did you know that Seeker Cassandra's ancestor lived for over 120 years?
Oh, interesting. I think that's everybody there, so let's go upstairs. I don't know if we have more people to talk to, but I feel like we haven't done a round yet. So let's do it. Let's talk to Liliana and see how she is.
They tell me you have a gift for shadows and blades.
I do what I can.
They flatter me. I can only do my best and hope it is enough.
For the Inquisition to succeed, its leader must be willing to do what it takes. As your spy master, may I say that I am pleased. My agents appreciate that they can look at the Herald and see themselves. Have I ever talked about my friend Zevran? He was an Antivan Crow. He wasn't always good at it. We only met because he failed to kill a mark. But he made me laugh.
So, let's get updates.
Anything I should know?
I have nothing to report at the moment.
I like that
I'll
she...
leave you to your work.
I like that she also likes that I'm an assassin. I really appreciate that. I also appreciate that her spies can look up to me, which really works out well considering that my character is indeed a spy. So I am pleased with all of that. I suppose we should go... Oh, hello. Beautiful. Let's not jump off of any, Well, see, here's what I'm thinking, PH. They may not have, modern medical care, but I assume they have, you know, magical medical care. Let's get out of here. So we've spoken to a number of people. Let's talk to Vivienne. Magic.
Yes, my dear.
Oh, is there anything you want to say? No. Nothing to say. Oh, what is this? Magic that influences life is the best magic. Yes, I'm actually thinking exactly like a shamanistic medical practitioner. Varric, let's see how he's doing.
What can I do for you, Inquisitor?
Questions about Hawk. Tell me about... I think we've actually had all of these discussions. Is there anybody else down here on this side I have to talk to? I don't think so. But I should go to my room because... No, we're not going to go to my quarters yet. We're going to talk to everybody first. Talk to everyone first. We have to talk to all of the people in the courtyard to see how they're doing. Let's see. I'm kind of just excited to see how all of my friends are. Oh, someone was talking to me, but they were not somebody I know. Let's see. I think over here we should be able to talk to Cassandra. Ooh, talking to all the people. I love it. Cutscenes, cutscenes.
Good book?
Ah! I don't know what you're talking about.
See ya, Dema. It was nice to have you here. And I will see you later. Are you embarrassed?
Wait, are you blushing?
What would I have to blush about?
You tell me.
It's of no interest to you, I'm certain. It's a book.
I can see that.
It's one of Varric's tales. Swords and Shields. The latest chapter.
Oh. You don't need to hide it.
So you like to read. What's wrong with that?
It's frivolous. There are more important things for me to do.
That's just her favorite.
Nobody asked you, Tevinter.
I couldn't finish the last one you lent me. I actually feel dumber for having tried.
It's literature. Smutty literature.
Yes.
Whatever you do, don't tell Varric.
Hebe, please, wouldn't dream of it. Seriously, I'll just say wouldn't dream of it.
Me? No, I would never.
They're terrible. And magnificent. And this one ends in a cliffhanger. I know Varric is working on the next. He must be. Pretend you don't know this about me.
No, it's awesome! It's awesome! Like, Cassandra can totally read romance novels. That's great. Yes, and I think they're probably very inappropriate.
Is there anything you need?
I don't think I need anything right now. Well,
Do you have any advice for me?
Treat Dorian with caution. It's possible he could be what he seems. A Tevinter mage wishing to do better than his countrymen. What if he is not? At best, his presence makes the Inquisition appear to have questionable allies.
I don't care.
That's enough for now.
Another time, then.
Varric and I would be great buddies. This is all I'm saying. This is a construction report, which I think we've already read, which is fine. Here do we have running around. Well, let me actually just look at my map. Let's see. Cassandra, so we've got Sarah and Iron Bull in the, in the place. The inn. So we'll go over there, check it out. I just want to check in with all of my friends and see how everyone is doing, because I feel like they might want to tell me things. They might want to tell me things about, what is this? Herald's Rest. Oh, we've read that before.
What do you mean? From Haven's Fire come we, the able true.
Who are you?
To Skyhold now. Inquisitor. A title hard to rhyme. A challenge for another day, I think. Forgive me my distractions, Eminence. I'm overwhelmed by you and what you've done. My name is Meriden, a humble bard.
Oh, you're a bard? That's cool.
Are you a bard, like those of Orlais?
Oh, heavens no. I'm a minstrel first. My weapon is a cutting tongue, not blades. I hope my skills will help in some small way, if only I can give your deeds their due.
She's new. I hadn't seen her before. Ooh, visitor does rhyme.
To the Inquisition.
A simple thing that you know well. The power of a muse to rally hearts and minds. Inquisitor, I want to spread the word of what you've done. A small but vital role. Perhaps I'll also make a coin or two.
Oh, that's cool.
Carry
Thanks.
Oh, I will do my best, Inquisitor.
That's true. If she says a couple words and then I cry, then we know. Hi, Krim.
Inquisitor?
Can you think of any other tasks suitable for the Chargers?
Nothing jumps out at me. If I come up with any ideas, I'll let you know.
Bardic
We'll talk later.
mockery can be super vicious. Bards are like middle school girls. super vicious with their mockery.
I can't understand how those women in the kitchen can be awake so early after the night we had.
I don't know either. Tell me about Saharan.
Can you tell me more about Saharan?
It was a damn ugly place. Only getting uglier when I left. Between the Fog Warriors, the Talva Shoth, my people, and the Vince. You were lucky to go a day without blood. What do you want to know?
Let's investigate. Ooh, we have new things to learn. Tell me about the Fog Warriors. I don't know anything about them.
What were the Fog Warriors like?
They were the worst of the rebels. They trained for stealth attacks. They made this fog. I never saw any mages, so I figured it was alchemy, not magic. They were almost invisible in it. I'd be on patrol in the market square. The fog would roll in, and before I knew it, half my squad dead without a sound.
Oof. You sound impressed.
It almost sounds like you admire them.
They didn't use poison. They didn't hurt civilians, and they were damn good fighters. You have to respect that. Plus, they hit the Vince as hard as they hit us. Hearing some terrified Magister scream, "My slaves! Where are my slaves?" in the fog always put a smile on my face.
So, tell me of the Talva Shoth.
Tell me about the Talva Shoth.
When Canary can't handle the fighting in Saharan or lose faith in the Qun, they go rogue. They flee into the wilderness and turn into bandits, attacking everyone. They're vicious, savage. You look at them and you can see why my people needed the Qun to stay civilized.
Then aren't you Talva Shoth?
Isn't that what you did, though?
Hey, when I burned out, I didn't go rogue. I reported in and went where the Ben Hasrath sent me. I'm doing my job, serving the Qun out here. I'm not some bandit. I am nothing like them.
Okay. That's cool. Tell me about the Saharan natives.
What are things like for the natives of Saharan?
I remember one guy. He made these things, fish wrapped in thin bread. Nice guy. Talk to him every morning. So, one time I'm asking about his bad back, and I see he's nervous, trying to tell me something with his eyes. Next thing I know, his assistants draw knives and come at my team. The rebels had forced him to poison my food.
Oh, what happened?
And then?
I'd seen how nervous he was, so I hadn't eaten anything. A couple of my guys weren't so lucky. We killed the rebels. I lost 2 men to the poison, another to knife wounds. My friend who made the fish wraps died with a knife in his throat. Close quarters fight. He was caught in the middle. That is what things are like for the natives of Saharan.
Oof, that's terrible. Tell me about Tevinter.
Tell me about the Tevinter people you fought.
The Vince sent forces to Saharan every autumn. Guess they didn't like the summer heat. We had some good fights on the beaches, standing in knee-high water foaming red with blood, ships on fire around us. The cities were worse. Free bit of advice. Don't let the Inquisition forces get suckered into urban combat.
What's so bad about Tevinter?
Why do you hate Tevinter forces so much? What makes them so bad?
It's not their armies. It's their spies. They bloodied Saharan year-round, killing loyalists, supporting rebels. Alam had no city administrator. Nobody would accept the position. The last 4 who held it died inside a year. Trying to conquer a country is one thing. Making it so nobody can live there, that just screws everyone.
Fair.
See you later, Bo.
Nice talking with you, boss.
See, that was nice. We just had a really lovely conversation about, badness. That seemed, I'll tell you, war's not so great for the average person.
Of she who stands behind the throne.
And perhaps casts a shadow across it.
Nobility do not properly understand the word witch.
What are they talking about? That seems a bit dramatic, don't you think? Let's see if we can find Sarah and see if she has anything exciting to tell us. I'm having an ABBA day, and Super Trooper came on. I just searched that song with thank you. Well, first off, ABBA is great, and no, it's fine. If we're gonna be talking about ABBA, I'm excited. I was at Hey, Cole, how are you? Cole?
An old name burns inside armor that shouldn't fit, lit by faces of children he couldn't save.
Tell me about your past.
I'd like to talk about what happened to you before we met.
Before you, Reese was my friend. He showed me I was wrong to kill the mages. I thought I was helping them. Then he and Evangeline went to Adamant, and I went with them. I was worried Evangeline would hurt Reese. We found out dangerous things. It scared Seeker Lambert, and he scared the mages. It started the rebellion. Seeker Lambert told me what I was. Reese couldn't look at me. I ran until I found more Templars. That's all.
I will tell you, CCT, ABBA always perks up. I was at a show last night, and then they played ABBA, and I was really excited. Let's see. You were at the rebellion? We're learning some lore.
What was the Spire like when the Mage Rebellion started?
Dead and dying, begging and bloody. Some wanted freedom, some peace, some war. Some wanted it all to stop. Evangeline was a Templar, but she helped Reese help the others. She set them free. Adrian was a mage, but she killed mages to force the fight. She wanted blood. Reese just wanted to help, to stop people hurting. Maybe that's why he saw me.
So Reese was your friend?
What can you tell me about Reese?
He was a mage. He saw me when most couldn't, and he remembered. He helped me, and I watched over him. I worried Evangeline would hurt him. She was a Templar, but she didn't like hurting people. When I left, she stayed. Now she watches over him. They should have been with the rebels. Maybe they ran away together instead. Neither of them like killing.
When I think about the name Reese, I always think about the husband of What's-Her-Face from Torchwood. You know, Eve Miles' character. Actually, Jer would find this interesting, probably. The Boston Circus Guild had a show the other night, and so it was like an hour and a half. Gwen, thank you, Cupcake Therapy, thank you. Because I just think about Gwen going, Reese! But the Boston Circus Guild had, it was Gwen and Reese. They had a show, so it was that was actually directed by a friend of mine, and I went to go see the show to support my friend, and it's like a bunch of different really cool sort of circus acts, and in between, as they were sort of setting up new things, they would have this DJ play some music, and at one point in time, they played ABBA.
If you like, I could use the resources of the Inquisition to locate your friend.
No. If they are alive and safe, they should stay away. The last time he saw me, he didn't want to look at me. He saw a monster. Let him forget.
Oh, Jer is here. That is excellent. Yes, Jer, I was seeing some circus stuff. There was no fire breathing, I'm afraid, but there was some really great sort of trapeze stuff or bar work. There was this really cool number with this woman that was, sort of climbing up on the scarves. Like the big. They're like curtains, but they're not curtains. They're not ropes. They're made of fabric. You know what it is. You know what I'm talking about. This sort of fabric, and she's climbing up the fabric, and she's doing these amazing sort of gymnastic things. That was very cool. And there was a really neat kind of Super Mario juggling act. The whole concept was throwback, so it was all sort of 70s, 80s, 90s sort of stuff. There's a lot of good things. Curtains. You know what I mean. Tell me of Seeker Lambert.
You said Seeker Lambert told you what you were.
I'm hiding Reese from him, but he chants words and sees. I won't let you hurt Reese. My nose explodes, a shower of blood. Just another parasite that's wormed its way into our world, feeding off all the things you can't have. What we found at Adamant made him angry. We were the first rock rolling at the top of a mountain. He had to stop us. He killed so many. He didn't care. Cold, corrupt. So I came and killed him.
Wow. Why go to the Seeker Fortress?
If you hated Seeker Lambert, why go to the Seeker Fortress?
Because he was right. I was a demon. I saw demons at Adamant. They put people in the dark, in the old hurts. I didn't want to be that. I heard the old songs of the Templars at Val Royeaux and followed them. If I forgot, fought, fell to felling, Templars would kill the demon. I wouldn't hurt anyone again.
Thank you, Jared. That's what they call it, silks. So there's a lot of aerial work that was done. It was very good. Really sort of thoughtful and interesting. Really well done stuff. I enjoyed it very much. Oh, you killed mages?
What did you mean when you said you killed mages?
Some of the mages at the spire wanted to die. Too sad, too scared, too much. I didn't know what I was. A ghost, I thought. Fading in the fade. When I came to them, they could see me. I used the knife to set them free. When Reese found out, he made me stop, made me understand. There were other ways to help. I didn't know.
Oh, Starletter, it is so nice to see you. Good morning. Are you on the West Coast? So we'll say, you made a mistake.
It sounds like you didn't know what you were doing.
No, I killed people. I knew. I just thought I had to. They were hurting, helpless, haunted. It was all I could do. It was wrong. I was wrong. If I start again, you or Cassandra or Cullen need to kill me.
Wow, he's super intense. Starletter, it's so nice to see you. I just want to say that because I like stars and I like letters. Oh, Midwest. Nice.
What can you tell me about Adamant Fortress?
I hope your weather's good.
Full of sadness and pain. It should be torn down. The veil is thin. We found a demon there. It had touched a man and made him real again. It scared Reese and Evangeline. The man wasn't supposed to be real. Then the demon found us. It put me back in the cupboard on the bad day. Reese and Evangeline saved me.
Wow.
I'll talk to you later.
How do you know?
Huh.
He hunts the killer, but he's the one who killed her. He can't remember.
You've done some odd things. Oh, yeah. Well, let's discuss the Templars.
I'd like to talk with you about Templars.
They're heavy with forgotten songs, like Varric. Some of them are too loud. It's hard to stay near them. Cullen is softer, but demons asked questions that hurt him. Evangeline was kinder. I want to explain, but Reese's mother spoke to spirits, but not to him. Then she died for a Templar he loved. Words just bounce off the edges.
I wonder, when you say letters, do you mean letters as in the alphabet, or letters as in the things you write on paper to send to people? Because I think both would be sort of awesome. What do you think of them?
What's your general opinion of Templars?
Some like hurting mages. It makes them happy, or less afraid, or dreams again. Woke up shaking, stalking the ground for one who looks like her. Always some rule being broken. But not all Templars listen when whispers crawl around inside them. They try to protect people, like Cullen. The good ones remember that mages are people.
So let's explain how Templars feel.
Can you tell me more about how the Templars feel to you?
They feel older than they look. They've been changed, and their bodies are incomplete now. The lyrium helps, but their bodies always want to connect to something older, bigger than they are. That's why they block magic. They reach for that other thing, and magic has no room to come in. Like when I listen to Varric.
But what about the Red Templars?
Can you tell me more about how the Red Templars are different?
The Red Lyrium is different, darker. daggers under the skin. It eats you inside until you're nothing. They hear a different song. The song behind the door old whispers want opened. They are dead and dark and done.
Yeah, I actually think that's probably exactly what it is, Jer. I like having open up to interpretation for everyone. Don't really have a set thing for it. Well, no, actually, I think that Jer probably told us your secret. You are a star letter. You let stars out of people. This is what I mean, I just feel like we just discovered it.
They should have been born together, but instead they were bound by light.
Let's discuss the Inquisition.
I'd like to talk with you about the Inquisition.
I don't understand it. People talk like it's a person, but it's not even a thing. A dagger can be a way to let pain out, but even if it isn't, it's still a dagger. The Inquisition isn't real unless it has something real to make it. It's like a spirit.
I think that's fair. You've done odd things.
I've heard about some oddities here in the keep. Was that you?
Yes. Maybe. What was it?
You're hoarding daggers, you left plums by the window, you stole cheese and mint, you burned turnips. Let's go with, you left plums by the window.
Someone is leaving peeled plums on the windowsill. It's attracting flies.
Spiders need to eat.
Oh. And spider webs help healers.
And healers need something to treat infected wounds, like spider webs.
The plums are already dead. They don't mind helping.
Oh, okay. Ooh, I get to ask more. Let's find out this cheese and mint.
Someone stole an entire cheese wheel.
Mice like cheese.
Do mice also like bowls of crushed mint?
That was for the cats.
Huh. You're making the cats play.
So the cheese lures the mice, and the mice lure the cats, and then they smell the mint?
Mint makes the cats dance and play.
Okay, you know what? It's fine. Let's ask something else.
Let's talk about something else.
All right.
A letting agent for space. I think you've done odd things. Let's see if there's more.
Are having some trouble remembering some odd events.
You burned some turnips? What's that about?
Can I assume you're responsible for the turnips that have shown up in the fireplaces?
They don't smell the same, raw.
Oh, they smell like turnip stew.
You needed that soldier to smell them, so he could die thinking he'd gone home.
He did go home.
Oh. You're hoarding daggers?
Someone found a barrel full of misplaced daggers. Was that you?
They were safer there.
You know what? That's okay.
I'll talk to you later.
How do you know?
I feel pretty fine with that interesting conversation we had. What's up here, do you think? I don't think I've been through this door, have I? Oh. Huh. Interesting. I still want to find, Sarah. Ooh. But I feel like if I go this way, I can find Cullen and check in with him to see how he's doing. Or maybe I won't. No, I think he's over here. I think it's fine. Yep, there he is.
Yes?
Anything I should know? Anything I should know?
Is there anything I should know?
I'd gotten used to mages disliking me on principle. Vivienne's views on Templars are surprisingly traditional.
Tell me about your colleagues.
What do you think of the people you work with?
Who do you mean?
I think we're good. I have no more questions.
I should let you get back to work.
So I just want to find Sarah, and then I think we have to talk to Blackwall, and I think we're good, right? I think we've hit everyone at that point. I think so, at least. So, where is Where can I find Sarah? Oh, over here. Sarah's Cabinet of Wonder Whose It Was. Delivered. One cabinet suitable for a lady's curiosities, if resources should be spent on such things. Sam Morris. Below a comment and journal entries by Sarah. Also doodles of Sarah with her tongue out. Eat it, Morrises. Stuff needs a place. Stuff. Banner, circle, soft. Lizard, scratched out. Rough and weird. Holla, fake. Real ones stink. Cards, little worlds. Goblet, fancy cup. Cup, shit goblet. Bottle, warden, strong. Bottle, to Venter, piss weak. Stupid sword. There's a small blood stain. Silk, bolts. Not arrow bolts, soft. Make something. I think that minstrel Meriden is chatting me up. The song is creepy. The song is actually sort of creepy. Hey, Sarah.
Hey, it's you again.
Yeah. Ooh, so many questions. Let's investigate. Let's go back. Is your group still active?
Is your network of contacts still active after what happened?
After Lord Arsehole and Vishal? Of course. He may have killed people, but that just means there's more who hate him. You should be one of them. But maybe not. So watch out for that.
Do your pranks achieve much?
We annoyed some nobles. Does that really help all that much?
Gets you paid, for one. You seem happy enough about that. I don't get what's so hard to understand. Your stuff works the same. Your Inquisition, I mean. Punch a bully, people like you. Do it because they asked, or let them think they asked. They like it even more. It's inspiring, even if it sometimes goes tits up and they take a hit back. You know, like Haven.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
I get it, kind of. We just don't think of what you do as that kind of inspiration.
Well, we should take a good hard look at where our people come from. All the same people. At least my baddies are understandable. No kicking in the sky there.
I wonder who voice acts her, actually.
We'll talk another time.
It's all good, isn't it?
She sounds just vaguely familiar. But I cannot place her voice. So, have we talked to... Oh, we've talked to everyone but Blackwall, I think. And I think that's all we need to do before we run off and do stuff. Different stuff, at least. You're still watching. You've been chatting to your friend, Hane. Oh, hello, Hane. I just want to say hi. If you're watching, it is nice to see you.
Madame de Fer said hello to me. Or maybe she was waving at someone else and I just thought she was. Yeah, that's probably what happened.
Let's leave.
Take care.
So, I just want to say to Hane, welcome to the Academic Foxhole. We've been pondering all sorts of things, actually, recently. It's been very good. I have lots of positive things to say. We've been pondering, actually, about sort of like different play styles and thinking about, what is this? No.
They eat babies and burn everything.
I heard the same about humans.
You did not. We're noble.
My father said you're like weeds that choke out the grain. He's old, though.
Ooh, little bit of racial tension happening in the courtyard. That's cool. Let's talk to Blackwall.
Heard you found something that had to do with wardens. Would have liked to have seen it.
I feel like he keeps trying to tell me something that I should take him on missions when we find his stuff.
Nothing right now.
But I'm not gonna do that, so... Oh, Master Dennett.
Inquisition?
How are the horses?
How are your charges? Well supplied?
Surprisingly well. Not many could feed these people, let alone their mounts. Makes me wonder what you're capable of.
Hey.
Farewell.
Make her be with you.
I used to play RPGs with Hane before she moved away to be a veterinarian. Oh, hey, Hane, if you're here, I'm going to bring up a thing. I had a friend who was a veterinarian who did big animal, large animal veterinary stuff. You know, so like cows and horse, like farm animals. I think we're good, right? I think we're just gonna. Well, what's over here? I'm curious. Yeah. So what sort of veterinary work does Hane do?
It wasn't so bad today. The cook was in a jolly mood. She didn't shout at all, even when I dropped the ladle.
Ooh. I learned a lot actually about. Hey, Yumimiru. How are you? Small animals. So I have two friends who were veterinarians. One who did large animals, dogs, cats, rabbits, etc. So a friend of mine says that there's more money in small animals because people will pay to keep their pets safe. We need to go here to the war table. But my second friend, who's a veterinarian who does small animals, does surgery. And they put money inside of small animals. It is scandalous. So I was actually very interested in, because she's like basically a veterinarian sort of surgeon type, where she did her internship in surgery, and that seems very interesting. So I find these things very fascinating. I learned so much about people, and I love that. Like, I just love finding out about people and what they do, and learning new things. So let's, there's a new quest for us, apparently. Oh, we can locate Reese and Evangeline. Why? And then we can speak with Minister Belize at a party. Let's do that, because that will help us. So what do we have here? Ambassador Montilier. Forgive the late reply. Wonderful as it is to hear from you, I have just ridden from trouble in the Dales. The Civil War has made managing my holdings even more difficult. It would be much easier if I had the ear of the Council of Heralds. But alas, fortune has left me poor in that regard. The Inquisitor is always welcome at one of my humble fetes. I only regret that it may not be as grand as I would like. Please, dear lady, promise me you will warn his worship that my preoccupation will preclude a richer evening with my guests. With deep regard, Marquis Wiscott. Yeah, no, I imagine surgery in small animals is really, really hard. These are my thoughts on that one. So what do we have? We can send Josephine. The Marquis is clearly fishing for an introduction to the council before you attend the party. I'll arrange one.
At your service.
Thank you. Taken care of. And I feel like in size. Oh. Huh. I just thought size would be difficult. But it may be difficult emotionally as well, I don't know. It depends. Do you do Yumimiru, do you do what sorts of, so you work on small animals, what sort of veterinary things do you do? Oh no! Hey, have a great time at your SR game. And, like, just have the best. Let's see. Locate Reese and Evangeline. Yay, Crit Witch! Sister Liliana. It's not that hard. All you gotta do is get Operation Vet Edition, and you already got training. This is true. And then now that you have VR, ER, I've seen that. That seems totally accurate to what surgery is really like. And then you're fine. Also, yay, Yumimiru! Wow. Surgery? That's really cool. Do you have to do a lot of different things? Like, what is a normal day like for a small animal vet? That would be my question. Sister Liliana, per your request, after seeing that no mage named Reese was present at the conclave at the time of the explosion, I began my search. Oh, that's cool. It appears, based on reports gathered from rebel mages, that Reese had originally intended to be at the conclave, but the former Templar Evangeline persuaded him not to attend. She believed corruption within the Templars sought to exacerbate the conflict, and this merited investigation. Evangeline was last seen not far from Valfermont, where a merchant described her as fighting other Templars and being taken, injured but alive. Reese came through the air not long after, searching for her. The forests near Valfermont offer many places to hide, but the Inquisition could track down these renegade Templars if you so order. Yours in service, Walker. Hello, hello, Crypt Witch, and also Starletter. I love Starletter's, icon. It's so good. Like, I just love it. Like, best face ever. I just imagine a Doogie Howser type show, only the doctor's a small animal who's a vet. Ooh, that would be amazing. Like a raccoon who's a vet. My men can cut through the forest and recover Reese and Evangeline safely. You go and do it.
Inquisitor.
So, we have everybody off. We should go and do a quest. Yeah, no, I love your icon. I think it's just really, really well done. So, usually I do surgery in the mornings, and then during the rest of the day I see all kinds of animals. About 1/3 is vaccinations, and I'm on the PS4, Yume, so my messages cut off, so I can't see them for very far. So I just got cut off after 1/3 is vaccinations and so I would oh, and regular checkups. The rest are sick animals. I also regularly call clients about their pet or review blood work and take care of inpatient. Huh. Ooh, look, we've got a quest that's right here in the middle of the... Oh, it's Varric. What does he have to say to us?
Worship? I've got a minute if you need something.
Sure. There's a special. That sounds like a great job. Oh, Cassandra wants a book.
Cassandra is waiting for the next issue of Swords and Shields.
I must have heard that wrong. It sounded like you just said that Cassandra read my books.
You sound surprised.
What's so surprising about that?
You have met Cassandra, haven't you? Wait, did you say the romance serial? Oh, she'll be waiting for a while then.
No!
I haven't finished it and wasn't planning to. That book is easily the worst I've ever written. The last issue barely sold enough to pay for the ink.
No, you have to finish it. Oh, yes. Okay, I'm a professor of music history. I teach popular music studies, and I play the banjo, and I sing, and I used to draw, but I haven't done that in ages. And I GM tabletop RPGs. I play video games. What else do? I do a lot of random stuff. I used to be in the army. I like to overthink things. I'm from California, but now I live on the East Coast, and it snows here, and that makes me sad. Yeah, I teach music history. I teach history of rock and roll, history of African American music. I'm just teaching a class on spies right now, sort of in the 60s. And I am a mod. Let's see, it can't be that bad. I need it as a gift. I will say I need it as a gift.
I was hoping to give it to Cassandra as a gift.
Oh, come on. That's just cruel. Even the Seeker doesn't deserve that. So, you want me to finish writing the latest issue of my worst serial?
Yes.
For Cassandra?
Yes.
Oh, that's such a terrible idea.
No!
I have to do it. On one condition. I get to be there when you give her the book.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Oh.
Then you better find something else to give the Seeker.
No.
I've got a minute if you need something.
All right. Cassandra really wants the book.
Cassandra is waiting for the next issue of Swords and Shields.
I'll only finish the book for you if I get to be there when you deliver it.
Okay, fine.
You've got a deal.
I'll get to work then. You know, the fact that the book is terrible just makes it more worthwhile somehow.
I think he shouldn't down-talk his work. That's all I'm saying. So, we are going to go off somewhere into the world. Let's go somewhere. Well, first let's save. Save. just a little bit of that. Oh, I'm so excited. I think that at this point in time, we are in the Western Reaches, I believe. That was where we were before. Where were they? Western Approach. That's where we were. Okay. Alright, we're going to head to the... Yes, see? Here we were. This place is super intense. Because it's not easy to navigate. And there's a lot of stuff all over the place here. I mean, look at all of this stuff. But we are going to, I suppose, start here, head south, and try to hit all of those things. What are they? Right, yeah, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go there. And we're going to take my boyfriend, Dorian, Cassandra, who never dies, and also Iron Bull, who often dies because he likes to jump into problems real fast without thinking about it. It's what he does. Yay! I want to say, by the way, Yume, welcome to the stream, and also Starletter, welcome to you to the stream. It's really, I'm very happy, and it's a great honor to have you both here. It's very exciting. Yeah, I'm streaming until about, I don't know, 3, and then I've got to finish grading because all of my grades are due 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. And so it's going to be grade, like a maniac, and I think it'll be good. I'm like, I will tell you, the summers are looming, and I'm really excited to be able to just get some work done and some writing done. What in the world am I doing? That was weird. So we're heading south. So there's a lot of stuff going on over here, and it's all a little bit dangerous, but we... Oh, so, ooh, ouch. I teach college. Yes, grade. I hope it will go great. So I teach to university, so everybody's over 18, which is great because that means I can play songs.
Oh, my fellow researcher, what can I do for you?
That are a bit dirty. You know what I mean? Because if you're doing the history of rock and roll, sometimes songs have curse words in it and are about drugs and sex, and you have to talk about that, and I don't have to, like, I don't think I could teach the way that I want to teach if I were teaching people in high school. So I have the ingredients.
1 tail feather and 1 batch of intestines, as requested.
My friend, you are invaluable. I will certainly note your assistance in my monograph on the High Dragon. I will attempt to lure her out as soon as my background research is complete. Mistakes could be deadly. The ancient Tevinters wrote volumes on the study of dragons. I believe they had a laboratory in this desert. If only their work had not been lost. Truly, the Blights set the field of draconology back centuries. Deplorable.
Yes, and the thing is, when you talk about popular music...
We'll have to speak some other time.
It's almost all adult topics all the time. So, yeah, I would be sad. Although that said, I have been thinking about volunteering and teaching classes, some classes for free at a local high school or something like that, because I couldn't do everything, of course, but there's something around here that I want to find. Ooh. So, like, basically, I can't do everything, but most schools don't have music history classes, and I would like to be able to teach those things, that's all. I mean, I think that people should be able to also learn these things. Like, when I teach the history of rock and roll, it's basically a cultural history of the United States through music. And because I'm doing it through music, where are we headed? Okay. So a little bit south and a little bit west. South and a little west. All right. But because we're teaching it through music, ooh, then we get to teach about people that normally don't get taught about. Yeah, right? It says so much about the time that it was made. And I think one of the reasons why I love teaching music history is because normally we always get the history of yeah, I mean, people, oh, that thing is still alive. Oops, sorry. Yeah, my students really do, yeah, my students seem to really enjoy it. And then I'm pretty happy. I mean, what I will say is, this is one of the reasons why I've always been interested in this. When I was a kid, Shard. Okay. Let me give a quick look at our map and see if there's anything I need to look at. I don't think so. I think we can probably just jump back over here. So here's what I was saying. When I was a kid, it was like middle school, we were doing world history, which we do all the time in the US, and so it was more of the ancient Romans, because we are super into the ancient Romans. And as we were learning it, I remember asking the teacher, we have to go this way. I remember asking the teacher, well, like, what did average everyday people do? What were their lives like in ancient Rome? Because all we were hearing about was like big important generals and leaders, and I wanted to know what regular everyday people did and what their lives were like. And she just said, you know, we don't know, it's not that important. And that made me very sad, because it was important to me. And I find that most history books don't really talk about the average person at all. And so for me, teaching music history allows me to talk about people who aren't in history books normally. Right? Because maybe... Oh. Deep mushroom. I will get these deep mushrooms. It'll be fine. Yeah, so I mean, every average day person is not going to be able to get their stories told, but they can write songs or poetry or make art about their lives. And so that's what I want. Like, I want to be able to honor those people who don't get to have their stories told normally. And so, you know, I look at country music, and we can talk about what life is like for rural people in certain spaces, right? Yeah, I think it's interesting. Service, can you bring the Grey Wardens back? My men are seeing Darkspawn at night. Darkspawn? It's not a blight starting, is it? You'll protect us, right? And I just think that you can't... I mean, I feel like what this general did or what that general did is interesting enough, but I also want to know what it was just like for that average person. And we're going towards a plot point is what we're doing, apparently, because it's right here. Oh, hi. Yeah, so I just want to be able to sort of have a sense of what it's like for other people besides rich and famous people, basically. Because other people also matter. And so that's what I do. Ooh, sand flats. That's what... Ooh, look at this cool camp. I think we will find a plot point here.
I'm glad you made it, Inquisitor. I fear they've already started the ritual.
It has to be blood magic. I hope we can stop them before more people get hurt. You take point. I'll guard your backs.
So, I want everyone to know that that is not what my hawk looked like, and I'm so frustrated. I know! Rich and famous people are the only ones who matter! The only ones. Ooh. Yeah, but that was not my hawk. My hawk looked different than that.
Wait! No.
Oh.
Warden Commander Clarel's orders were clear.
This is wrong.
Remember your oath. In war, victory. In peace, vigilance. In death... I'm sorry.
Don't kill him.
Sacrifice.
Ooh. You guys are bad. You're just killing people. You killed a naked demon? Oh.
Now find
oh!
Just as I showed.
It was nice to have you here. I'll see you when you get back. Have fun at your call. Yeah, we gotta stop this.
Inquisitor, what an unexpected pleasure. Lord Livius Erimond of Virantium, at your service.
You are no warden.
But you are. The one Clarel let slip. And you found the Inquisitor and came to stop me.
Yep.
Shall we see how that goes?
Yep. Let's see. Wardens, we're gonna see if we can peel off some of his people. We will see.
Wardens, this man is lying to you. He serves an ancient Tevinter Magister who wants to unleash a blight.
That's a very serious accusation. Let's see what the Wardens think. Wardens, hands up.
Yep.
Hands down.
Yep.
Corypheus has taken their minds.
Yep.
They did this to themselves. You see, the calling had the Wardens terrified. They looked everywhere for help.
Even Tevinter.
Yes, and since it was my master who put the calling into their little heads, we in the Venatori were prepared.
Yeah, you're terrible.
I went to Clarel full of sympathy, and together we came up with a plan. Raise a demon army, march into the deep roads, and kill the old gods before they wake.
I feel like there should be a lot more bowing. When I would go to SCA events, then there would be lots of bowing, and it was excellent. I saw this at Redcliffe. Oh, that demon army. You tricked them. Yes, me too, actually. I also nod my head. I saw this at Redcliffe. Oh, that demon army. You tricked them. Let's say you... I'm going to say I saw this at Redcliffe.
Corypheus marching across Orlais with an army of demons. That was in the future I saw at Redcliffe.
And now you know how it begins. Sadly for the Wardens, the binding ritual I taught their mages has a side effect. They are now my master's slaves. This was a test. Once the rest of the Wardens complete the ritual, the army will conquer Thedas.
Yes, but it's also, I also feel like it's nice. I think it's good to acknowledge people. That's what I think. Let's investigate. Why kill the old gods?
Why would the Wardens try to kill the old gods?
A blight happens when dark spawn find an old god and corrupt it into an archdemon. If someone fought through the deep roads and killed the old gods before they could be corrupted, poof, no more blights, ever. The Wardens sacrificed their lives and saved the world. Although I fear history will remember them a little differently now.
By the way, that guy looks so skeevy. This guy that we're talking to, he needs to wash his hair, and he's also just too, he's gross. Don't like it. Why risk using demons?
Why would Clarel risk using demons?
Demons need no food, no rest, no healing. Once bound, they will never retreat, never question orders. They are the perfect army to fight through the deep roads. Or across Orlais. Now they are bound to my master.
His voice acting is on point. He makes me dislike him. Let's see, Corypheus made them do that? It's a stupid thing to say.
So Corypheus influenced the Wardens and made them do this ritual?
Made them? No. Everything you see here, the blood sacrifices to bind the demons, the Wardens did it of their own free will. Fear is a very good motivator, and they were very afraid. You should have seen Clarel agonize over the decision. Burdens of command, I suppose.
So what's in it for you, creepy guy?
Do you really want to see the world fall to the blight? What do you get out of this?
The Elder One commands the Blight. He is not commanded by it, like the mindless Darkspawn. The Blight is not unstoppable or uncontrollable. It is simply a tool.
No, Livius, you're the tool.
As for me, while the Elder One rules from the Golden City, we, the Venatori, will be his God Kings here.
Everybody wants God King to be a God King. It is overrated, and it never works out that way. Let the Wardens go. I've seen worse. We're just gonna go with, you know what? We're just gonna kill him. This is a very aggro comment, but we're gonna kill him because we're done with that.
That's all I needed to know.
Oh, please.
Uh-oh. Ooh, messing with my hand.
One showed me how to deal with you.
Uh-oh.
You're foolish enough to interfere again. That mark you bear, the anchor that lets you pass safely through the veil, you stole that from my master. He's been forced to seek other ways to access the Fade. When I bring him your head, his gratitude will be...
Oh, yeah. Nope. Nope. No monologuing for you.
Kill them!
Big talk and then he runs away. Big talk and then he runs away. Every single time. That's all. I just want to point it out. Let's... Do you think this will be a big battle? Let's have, Iron Bull take his potion. Let's have... Rage Demon, let's have her go in there, and do that. She will challenge it. Yeah, but people who are instigating combat should maybe not be so quick to then run around. That's all I'm saying. What has he got? Nothing oh, he'll take his lyrium potion. That's great. And then, I have Antiban Fire, which I will just... I don't know if Antiban Fire is a good idea, but that's what we're doing. And I'm gonna just do a bunch of killing. Just a little bit. We're gonna kill a lot of people. Oh, that was... You know what? That was overkill.
They refused to listen to reason.
You were correct. Through their ritual, the mages are slaves to Corypheus.
And the Warden warriors? Of course. Sacrificed in the ritual. What a waste.
Fire versus Demons, very bold strategy. You have to head out. It was so great having you here. Errands, oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, Starletter, before you go, don't go yet. I just want to ask you, what do you do for a living? What is your work that you have to do tonight? They were misled.
Ehrmund lied to the Wardens. They were trying to prevent future blights.
With blood magic and human sacrifice.
Ciao, Starletter.
The Wardens were wrong, Hawk. But they had their reasons.
All blood mages do. Everyone has a story they tell themselves to justify bad decisions. And it never matters. In the end, you are always alone with your actions.
I believe I know where the Wardens are, Your Worship.
Oh, a hotel front desk? That sounds fun.
That direction. There's an abandoned Warden fortress that way. Adamant.
Oh, we've heard about that. I will say that working at the front desk of a hotel seems kind of like it could be sort of glamorous, and I bet you have the best stories. That's all I'm saying. Let's say excellent work.
Good thinking.
The Warden and I will scout out Adamant and confirm that the other Wardens are there. We'll meet you back at Skyhold.
Okay, we have got a lot of things to loot. Let's see, what else do we have? We have a lot of stuff. See, right? Yes. Right? I just feel like I feel like Starletter sees celebrities all the time. This is my thought. A letter from a Grey Warden mage. A letter found on a Grey Warden mage. Chernoff. Okay. Micheline, I don't trust this ritual Clarel is talking about. Are you sure it's safe? Have you ever used blood magic? I don't care what the chantry says. I doubt they'd approve of the joining if they knew everything about us. But my family fought to enter slavers near the border. This Eremon sounds like everything that's wrong with the Imperium. I'll be waiting for you when you get back. If you can look me in the eye and tell me that the ritual is safe, I won't speak of it again. If not, just please come back safe. Please, Chernov. Yes. Close. So that didn't work out well for anybody. But what do we have? We've got something to pick up, perhaps? Grey Whiskey, Right Wine Conscription Ale, a bottle marked Vintage, Warden Evalal, Griffin Wing Ale. I think we've got something to claim right over here, which we will do. There. Ritual Tower. Many Teventer structures litter the wastelands of southwestern Orlais. In the age before the First Blight, the Imperium expanded through the south at an incredible rate, and the lands farthest from Minrathous became home to a great many sites dedicated to magical experimentation, taking advantage of natural weaknesses in the Vale, as well as the distance from the Archon's oversight, to try ever more dangerous fields of study. As with Eonar and Ferelden, the laboratories of Orlais were set upon by the followers of Andraste. I live in a small town in Wyoming, so I don't really have too many stories, unfortunately. Things are pretty tame at our hotel for the most part. I detected alcohol. Well, I suppose not having too many stories would not necessarily be bad either. You don't necessarily want your hotel to be full of, I don't know, the Rolling Stones destroying everything, trashing the rooms all the time. As with Eonar and Ferelden, the laboratories of Orlais were set upon by the followers of Andraste during the uprising, and little remains of them now, save crumbled stone. An excerpt from the Empire and Imperium by Sister Petrine, Chantry Scholar. Oh, that wasn't her voice. Alright, take care, Starletter, and thank you for being here. Bronze Love! Gate Guardians. As I walked in... Oh, who's saying this? We have to know who this is first, because I want to get the right voice. Appius Trius, famed sculptor. Okay, so let's see. Let's do this voice. As I walked in the desert, I saw a great armored figure whose form blotted out the sky. At first I took it to be no more than met the eye, a simple spike statue, but as I approached, this deceptive icon transformed into a warrior, as graceful as it was massive, its bladed staff leveled at me with energy crackling from its tip. Though my position was hardly optimal, primal magic burned a few feet from my face. I kept my wits and asked the mighty golem to show me mercy. The armored figure spoke with a voice to make the sky quake and the stars scream. It sought magic to keep itself alive, it said, and the blood of the earth was the energy on which it survived. Having knowledge of the dwarves and the lyrium that they provided to our mages, I directed the golem to the mage Atronus, who lived in nearby Paravantium, and it left without another word. A golem. Golem. That is the inspiration for the Gate Guardians I have designed. As fanciful a tale as it might seem, as for why I've asked that each Guardian cast from my designs be inset with a small lyrium rod, I must primarily state that it is mere fancy. If Archon Ishael, gentle autocrat that he is, sees fit to ensure that my statues are known across the Empire, I hear that one shall stand in the western approach. I would treasure the small hope that someday I might see one walk again. A tale told by Appius Trius, famed sculptor, whose creations all spark the imagination of those who beheld them, from the artists of ancient Teventer. Well, let's see this statue. Oh, there they are, up there. Those are the spike statues. Well, that's exciting. Wait, where are we? Oh, I see where we are. All right, but let's finish going through this. I feel like we haven't Do you hear that? It's a cool tower. I feel like we haven't gotten to everything. Oh, maybe we have. I want to know where that creepy guy escaped to. There's no escape up here. Whatever. Whatever. I'm bitter. It's fine. We're going to go out there, save the world. It's going to be great. Let's just see if there's anything. I like to. I'm a little bit of a, what do you call it, a thorough walker. I like to sort of hit everywhere to make sure that we haven't missed anything like a special clue. So this is interesting, because I was thinking about 100% completionists, you know? And I don't tend to do it if it makes me play the game multiple times. I will play a game like 2 or 3 times, maybe. I have a lot of games, though, so I might play a game only once. If there's a compelling reason to play it more than once, I might play it a second time. So, for example, oh, this is a question I wanted to ask everyone, but I didn't get a chance. If anyone has played through this already, and played through siding with the Templars, in this playthrough, we're fighting a lot of red Templars. If you side with the Templars, are you not fighting them? Are you fighting against mages? Yeah, right. This is very fair. I also won't do it if it involves me being bored for ages and ages on end. That is super fair. So I suppose this is the question I have. If you are playing this and you side with the Templars, are the main people you're fighting the entire time, are they like lots of mages? This is like... I keep hearing the sounds of like a dragon in the background. It makes me a little nervous. I want to head this way. Ooh. Oh. So because I'm actually quite curious. Ooh, what do we have?
Delightful. The next best thing to sending the High Dragon flowers, I suppose.
Yeah, yep. Do we have everything? No. Okay, so we have to go over here. So... this way. Ooh, wait, first. Loot. Oh, death root. Yeah, so I suppose that is the question that I really wonder what it is like if you play this game and you side with the Templars. And that's the sort of thing that, like, I could imagine myself very easily playing this game, doing a second playthrough, because I imagine the second playthrough will be really quite different. Whereas, there are games where the multiple playthroughs are just not that different. They basically only give you, you know, cosmetic differences here and then. And I don't find those games all that interesting to play, and then I often just don't. I mean, that's just how I am about that. Hey! Yeah. But if there are really not a lot of differences between the playthroughs, I don't, like, it's just, oh, elegantly penned note. By Service. Gentlemen, I will make your stay here in the western approach quite profitable, as long as you can follow my instructions. Yeah, no, I won't. For that second one, I would just, like, burn through. Although, I often end up finding myself doing... I don't do everything in that second playthrough. But at that point, like, for the second playthrough, I'm looking to see what are the main plot differences. But I wouldn't... it's unlikely I'd play it a third time. First and foremost, you will obtain the research materials from the team sent here by the University of Olay for a project of great importance. Second, you are to assist the Templars with their resource-gathering mission in whatever capacity they require. You will not interfere in any of the excavations that the Venatori are conducting, nor will you announce your presence to the Grey Wardens. You will find that my gratitude for a job well done is remarkably lucrative. Service. Ooh. Service is a little creepy, my friends. Where? Loot. Yeah, I was thinking about this. It's such a funny thing. Sort of based on this conversation we're having about sort of simulationism and narrativism and gameism, and I was thinking about a game that I found particularly frustrating, and it was 999 Zero Escape. Oh, I have all of them spotted, that's fine. And one of the reasons why I found it so frustrating was because the game made you play it multiple times. Dragon signs found, excellent. Made you play the game multiple times, but in the playthrough they also forced you to make decisions that you just wouldn't, like, that I would not make at all, that I was like, why would I make that choice? That choice is stupid. And it was an artificial choice, it didn't make any sense, it didn't really make sense in the world, but the point was you had to make that choice because it was good for the narrative, and they also wanted you to play the game multiple times, and I just didn't like the artificiality of that at all. It made me unhappy. I didn't like it. Some death root. A nice shard. Oops, hi. That's not what I wanted. Yeah, and I don't like it when I'm forced to make certain choices because it's good for the narrative. And that's actually, that's one of the things that really makes me not a narrativist in many ways, is that, yeah, I mean, really, like, we're not going to do that. Yeah, but that's I think, in the end, something that I think is really important, right? Like, I don't like being forced to make choices because it's quote-unquote good for the story if it doesn't make sense for my character or for the world. And I think that's where, ultimately, that's what makes me not a narrativist. And I remember playing a game, so irritating. Hello, I don't think we can get... Alright, we need to go, I suppose, left, and then north a little bit. Let's do that. Left, and then north a little bit. Yeah, so I was playing in a game with a really narrativist GM, and we were getting to, like, this big sort of final confrontation, like the big moment, and at the big battle, the GM said, your character dies. And, like, my character did not fail any death rolls, did not take enough damage to die. And basically, the GM had me die because it fit the narrative. And, like, it made it for a better story. And I will tell you, I was not pleased. I was not pleased with this at all. I did not like that. Because, like, right, he had a story arc that he wanted to have, and it involved my character dying nobly at the end of the story. But that's not how the die rolls went. Well, because the narrative involved the noble sacrifice of the hero at the end. Right, yeah. But the point is, it was the end of the thing, right? And so, in the great story, at the end, the character dies, and it's all super dramatic and amazing. And I was like, that is not how the dice went, though. The dice did not say that I died, and I do not appreciate being told that I die just because you think it makes a better story. And, like, I get that that's the story that the GM wanted to tell. See, but here's the thing, right? In his sort of space, the story trumps the roles, right? So this also meant, for example, that he was not going to let my character die before that final moment. Because, right, that if I had, like, If I had rolled super badly and would have died earlier, he would not have let that happen, because that wasn't part of the narrative. That wasn't part of the story. It wasn't good for the story. So, yeah. He wanted a big epic story. But that was not... Ooh, Zor's Tower. Warden Zor's, commander of the defense of Adamant Fortress, during the long night of the Second Blight, gave his life in battle against a Herlock Alpha from the Grey Warden Archives at Weishaupt. We have a thing to pick up. Oh, I think it's more dragon. Yeah. You make a Sophie's Choice situation, put the death in the player's hands. Yeah. I will just say that it was, somebody attacking us? Oh, one of these things. It was just annoying, is I think what I would just say. I did not appreciate it. It was not... Hey, Remshin! Did we actually, call you here with, like a siren's call of talking about RPGs? That might have been what happened. I mean, I think it's possible. So we want to head north a little bit and then try to get to that camp. Yeah, so I just... like, for me, the story does not... odds before, and we were supposed to die, but we knew that going into the scene, and it was epic. I said your name 3 times. See, and for me, I don't believe in we're supposed to die. That is not my jam. The idea that we are supposed to die is not what I like. I think, as a GM, I never, ever want to go into a scene knowing how it's supposed to end. I want that to be open. Like, maybe there are overwhelming odds, and it's very unlikely you'll make it out, but I don't feel like there's a supposed to. I feel like there's a situation, and then we see what happens. And maybe you won't die, maybe you will. I don't know. We'll find out. But... oh! I actually really loved Mass Effect 3. I really did. I thought it was really great. And, you know, they did add that option for you not to die. And actually, I don't think of... yeah. But also, I will say this, right? I don't think of video games as tabletop games. Video games are... tend to be way more... you know, I mean, there are a lot of video games that are just, what do you call them? They're railroady. And I get that because of the fact that there are limitations in coding, you know? I also don't hold books, right, to the same standards as I would a tabletop game or films. I think they're a different medium, and I don't actually always think that they are translatable to each other. I think we often, yeah, they're just not the same, and I think we often treat them like they're the same. And I think that's, yeah, exactly. And I think that it's a bit of an error, a category error, just to assume these things are the same. Right? Like, for example, yeah, oh, hi, how are you? Oops. So, for example, I think, it is not great to think of video games like movies, because video games are not movies. And if you try to treat video games just like they're movies, I think you miss some things that make video games great. You know what I mean? I was thinking actually about this when it comes to Prestige. So I know people are like, oh, I really want a Mass Effect film. That would be so great. As if it became a film, it would be better. Like, that would be, like, the respect that we need is to have it be a film. Right, exactly, PH. That's what I'm saying to you. 100%. You knew exactly where I was going with that comment. Mass Effect gave me, what, like, 60 hours Mass Effect 1 of entertainment? and I controlled the action, and there were consequences that were about... I need to figure out how to get over here. That were about my actions, right? And I had to really think about that. And a film is just not going to get that for me. The film is not going to have that sort of level of customization. It's not going to have that level of engagement. Like, they're just not the same. I think this is the way to get up here. So, like, if they make a film about it, that's cool. Although, I will say, I actually think, I liked the Silent Hill movie, the first one. I don't know, I did not see the second one, but I liked the first one. And what I would say about that is that I thought that Silent Hill worked well as a film because the Silent Hill video game is very... It's a little bit linear, if you know what I mean. It's a bit more that way. Oh, sure, I would be really interested, but I think it wouldn't be great for them to just... What is going on? Are you fighting somebody? You know what? It's fine. What do we have here? Oh, alcohol. Bottle of Thetis, West Hill brandy. Notes of black currant with a honeysuckle finish. Also, tastes like brandy. Yeah, I wouldn't want them to try to just redo the story of Shepard, because that's like, what, almost 200 hours? Probably more than that, right? Like, if you went 50, 60, 70, 80... Yeah, that's... Yes. I mean, but the thing is, I feel like a linear game may not have the same sort of sense of directing the plot, which is fine, because it doesn't have to, but it is about you controlling that character, right? I mean, I was super invested in Silent Hill 2 and what happened and sort of being part of that journey. And that's different again than from being in... Do you have anything for me, by the way, Requisitions Officer? That's different from watching a film, right? I mean, and watching a film is great. I'm not saying it's bad. Yes, that's exactly right, PH. Yes. Let's do those rare alloys and craft. Okay. Okay.
Inquisitor.
Do you have anything for me? No?
Inquisitor.
Apparently not. That's fine. Let's equip potions and replenish. Cassandra's fine. Sarah Dorian. Oh, wait, back. What do I want? I want to replenish. And then we want Iron Bull to replenish his. Yeah, so I mean, and the thing is, I will say that I think that, like, I'm not against... wait, where are we headed? Let's look. Oh, and then let's also save. Like in walking sims, you're observing and exploring the world in a very different way than you would... Yeah, that's exactly right. And I will tell you, I love a good walking sim. I love some of those narrative games that are really not very... there's no brand... Like, Gone Home is amazing to me. I love Gone Home. I think Gone Home is amazing. I think it's wonderful. I think it's excellent. But of course, it is mostly a linear game, right? But being in it, that particular... Oh, hello. Let's just not jump off this cliff. Let's not do that. But being in it and experiencing it as an actor, right? Not like an actor on the stage, but a person who is acting, right? Who's an agent. That is just really different than watching it as a film. And I love films, like I really do. Yeah, I mean, it was amazing, right? I mean, that's like such a great... I mean, that's some goodness. And so I just feel like each medium has its own its own pacing to it and its own specialness, I suppose, is the best way I'd put it. And I think that oh, did you? Good for you, because that was some good times. Right now we've got a bunch of question marks on our map, and we're just going to see what we can see. Ooh, Death Drink Springs. That doesn't sound great, but there is a question mark that I think we should look at while we're here. Yeah, and actually, I think that... Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, hey, guess what? That's terrible. Yeah, I think maybe I should not drink that. But here's my question. I'm going to save, and I'm going to try... Oh, what is this? This is, I don't know what it is. But you know what? There's a thing, and I want to just sort of try to go in there and see if it kills me. We're gonna do an experiment. Doesn't look good, my friends. I'm feeling sick. Ooh, I really want to play What Remains of Edith Finch. It is a goal. So this looks really bad.
I don't think this is the right way.
I think it's super interesting. Oh, hi. There are things here, everyone. There are a lot of things here. But they're dead, so it's cool. So, look, I just want...
This isn't working, boss. Someone in Skyhold will have a solution.
Ooh. I think because I'm on the edge of the poison, not in the poison. But we've just unlocked a new thing, so that's exciting. And I appreciate that perseverance... Also, I didn't want to tell you this, but I think we're all going to die of... all of our characters are going to get, like, some sort of black lung later. So let's back out of this for a moment. And, oh, yeah. I have Everybody's Gone to Rapture on my PS4, is what I have it as. So, hey gang, we have a couple different options, because there's a lot of stuff here for us. We can continue going down this way, maybe, and try... That will lead us this direction. I don't know. I'm sort of excited about what's going on over here. That seems like an interesting thing. I think we should go back that way. Head this way. Let's do it. Ooh. There's so many good story games, and of course we're going this way, folks. Sounds so bad. I know, it looks really bad. We're on our way out. I swear we are going to get out of this place. Oof. There are a lot of really good story. And you know, I will say, just for the record, I don't really like that they're called walking sims, because they're not just like walking sims, they're story games. And you know, there are a lot of games like that. Yeah. I am deathly behind on my television. I am so behind on television. Let's claim this. Tesoro Tower. Warden Commander Tesoro, slayer of over 100 genlocks, gave her life in defense of the Abyssal. Rest at the start of the long night of the Second Blight. Abyssal Rift at the start of the long night of the Second Blight. From the Grey Warden Archives at Weishaupt. Poor Grey Wardens. What's television? What is television? Yeah, so I am so behind on television. It's super embarrassing, actually. What do we have? Ooh, we have more dragon things. Return. Okay, we've got hunting locations. Hey, I feel like there's a rift over there, and we're gonna close it. And I feel good about that. I just want you to know that I feel really, what's the word? I feel like, I feel very accomplished today. Oh, hi. I feel like we've done so much. I started writing a paper on how observation is a core mechanic in all games and how walking sims distill that. Yeah. Remshin, that's really good. That is very cool. Also, if you don't mind me saying, and this is me being an old curmudgeon. Hold on, demons. Ooh, okay. And this like really is something that I think about a lot. I dislike it when people make these statements about what video games are, what they're about. Oh my gosh, it's so cool, right? So I dislike it when people go on and on about like this is a real game and this is not a real game. But hold on. Sorry, the sonics are very intense. The sound designer did a great job. So my point is, I'm going to tell you one of my pet peeves. This is like a super pet peeve of mine. It is a pet peeve of mine when people say, oh, well, that's not a real game. That's not a real game. Blah, 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 blah.
Scours the moisture right out of you, doesn't it?
Yeah. And the thing is, the people who are talking, who say, well, real games do X, Y, and Z, like, don't remember how games were in the 1980s. This is the thing that always bugs me. When they make these particular sort of proclamations about, oh, well, this is... I really want that landmark. What our game? I don't know if we can hit this landmark from where we're at, but let's just see if we can get there, since it's close by. Like, they'll be like, well, real games, like, do X, Y, and Z. And, like, especially when they sort of, ooh, hi. Especially when they get, ooh, I don't want to die. Especially when they get super judgy about, like, oh, well, that's a casual game. That's not a real game. A real video game. And I was like, Pac-Man. Like, all of the games that we played back in the 80s, we would probably call them, if they were done today, you might call them a casual game, but no one called them casual games back then. Nobody called Tetris a casual game. Hidden Stairway. The stairway is extremely old and weathered. Its boards bear subtle gouges where clawed feet have tread. There are no indications of who built it or for what purpose. And Pac-Man is super intense, right? So yeah, I just don't like it when people like... And also like, oh, what are these walking simulators? They're not games. It was like Myst. I'm just saying, Myst existed, and nobody said it wasn't a game. Or if they'll say things like, well, to be a video game... Or like they'll say like visual novels aren't games. And... Infosoft games that were all text-based, like, you know, interactive fiction. Like, people called those video games. No one called them not video games. And just like an awareness of... Do you think there's anything interesting down there? Do you think I should jump down there? I bet I shouldn't. Where are we on the map? Yeah, see, I'm suspecting that it's probably not a good idea to jump down there. So I won't. Even though I am a little tempted. Yeah, so I just think I get frustrated. Wishbringer. Yeah, so I think for me, I just get a little frustrated when people sort of make these proclamations about what is or what isn't a video game, or how they have to be or how they don't have to be, when they don't recognize that video games actually have been different. There are a lot of different video games. Yeah, and they get... Yeah, I feel like, come on now, be generous. Like, there are a lot of different video games, and a lot of different things can be video games. Relax, it's okay. It's just, like, it's okay. So where are we headed right now? We are headed... let's head over there. What is this? Oh, this is the assault on the keep. Shall we do that? We can do that. Let's do it. Let's do it. What is this? Oh, there's a shard. Oh. We will get that shard later. Let's go to this keep, and then we'll do all the rest of the stuff, because we're right here. So a little bit north and a little bit west. I think that's probably where we're heading, right there. And then, if you want to know my other pet peeve, because I will share this with you. It bugs me when people judge video games, we're going to solve the keep, based on not, like, sketchy criteria. What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is, I think it's important to judge video games by their genre. Yeah, right? Exactly. That's exactly right. And then I will tell you, when people get really weird sometimes about this, and they want to say things like, "Ugh, it makes me so crazy. This is one I heard," and I was like, "Really? Really? You're gonna do this one?" They'll say, "Well, it's called a video game, which means it's a game, which means there has to be a winner and a loser. And if there's no win or lose, then it's not a game." And I was like, wow. First off, we are using the term video game super loosely at this point in time, right? So hold on, right? Just like as a side note, the term has expanded a lot. No, see, this is what I'm saying, PH. People say all sorts of things, right? Like, the term has expanded, so we just have to sort of accept that a little bit. And then secondly, there are games where people don't win or lose. Come on now. I mean, there are a lot of different kinds of games. Why are we being so narrow and creepy about it? Paladin Hunk, that was the sickest burn ever. That was amazing. Right there, we have just been treated to some prime A, excellent, Paladin Hunk is amazing, sort of awesomeness. Like, that was amazing. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes. Oh. Harrison did. This is what happened. Oh my gosh. PH, that was one of the funniest things I've heard in so long. That was amazing. That was amazing. Oh, you've got me tearing up. That was so hilarious. I laughed so hard. Oh. Alright, oh, but I was gonna... Oh, yeah, I was talking about judging things based on the wrong standards. I also think it's really important to recognize the genre of the game that you're talking about, and then assessing, or music, whatever it is, and then assessing that genre, okay, and then assessing that genre based on, assessing the game or the film, whatever it is, based on the genre we're talking about. So let's do that. Nice. Oh. I think we're good. We're good. No problems. So, for example, one of the most irritating reviews I read of Knights of the Old Republic. So if you remember, Knights of the Old Republic, one of these first RPGs coming out on the Xbox. Xbox is sort of doing really well at this moment. And I remember the review came out, oh, this made me so angry, and it said, so KOTOR, it's not that great of a game because the graphics aren't as good as Halo, and nor is the combat system as good as Halo, so the game sucks. And this was like a professional review, by the way, in a professional game source. And I thought, but it's not a first-person shooter. Like, you're judging this game based on the standards of a first-person shooter whose entire point is to have really good graphics. But that's not what KOTOR was about. And so that's not even a relevant point of, like, criteria there. This ancient cistern stinks like rotting meat. And yeah, I found that really frustrating. Ooh, we're gonna sneak into this keep. I'm very excited about this. Is there anything else before we go? It doesn't look like it. Alright, that's the way out. Alright, we're gonna climb up this cistern and sneak into this keep like a real awesome person. Ooh, how great are we? Yeah, yes, this is exactly what I'm saying.
Gladly.
I like how we just snuck in the front. We snuck in through the cistern. That makes me super excited. Oh, apparently we're just running off now. Here we go. It's cool. Here we go. Lots of battles. Okay. I was talking to my friends, people. Y'all just ran off. Lots of message fragments. Code requisition. Oh, alright. Okay. Yeah, so I just find that very frustrating. It's like when people say, and I try to get them to sort of think about this, right? Has worse graphics in an 8-hour game. It's almost like they needed more disk space for assets. What? Sure? What? Are you telling us something about you, PH? I think you are. All right, I want to go back to our that main courtyard and see. Wait, there's something sketchy. Just make sure we didn't miss anything. Since we came in this cistern way, like just to see if there's things to climb. Yeah, no, Jer's like completely right on this one, and it is just a little frustrating to me that people don't. I like to charge in head on. Wah! Leroy Jenkins. Let's go up here and see what there is to see. Ooh, loot. That's what there is to see. Yes. So I think we've got some stuff that that will be good for Iron Bull, I think. So I just want to look at this place for a little bit. It seems kind of cool. It seems like an interesting design space. Taxes are people who can't win without them. PH. So I basically just think it's important to judge things within their genre, which doesn't mean that everything is good, but I think it means that one has to sort of think about what that thing is trying to do. So, for example, I don't think that you can say that, let's activate this. I don't know what it does, but we'll activate it. I don't think that you can say that, what's his name? Bob Dylan can't sing. No, he can't sing like an opera singer, but if you sang all of his folk songs like an opera singer, then the folk songs wouldn't sound very good, right? So you just have to sort of think about, like, what is this thing trying to do, and then sort of judge it within that space. Like, I don't think that Bob Dylan would be really great for being an opera singer, but I also don't think an opera singer would be really great for being Bob Dylan. Ooh. I like how we're sort of wandering around, see what this place is like. I feel good about it. I also feel really great about all of this loot that we're finding, which seems all very, very exciting to me. You judge comedies based on how funny they are. Yes. 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 PH, 100% yes. And of course, this becomes this problem when we look at the Oscars, because the Oscars tends to judge everything based on the standards of dramas. And so that's why what's weird to me is that there is apparently some sort of villain we should be fighting around here, but I don't see it. And you know what? I suppose that's okay. All right, let's go further into this keep. You know, like they always give the Oscar to the dramatic actor as if doing comedy isn't super difficult. and so that just makes me sad. I think it's is it the Golden Globes that has a category for drama and a category for comedy, and they separate them so that each can be judged on their own merits, and that seems cool. Yeah! I think Drunkley would be amazing at having his own Oscars. That would be epic and amazing, and I would be so supportive of a Drunkley Oscars. That would be awesome. Ugh, could you imagine a Drunkley Oscars? Also, this keep is just full of loot for me. And I appreciate it because I am a hoarder. I'm not a hoarder. It just looks that way. I'm only like half a hoarder. No, I'm not. Wait, I forgot. Sorry. I'm not a hoarder. I'm a collector, and that's different. So, ooh, what do we have? So I think, where do they all go? I feel like they're hiding from me, and they're also trying to ambush me. Oh, yeah, there you are. It's cool. Oh. We're gonna kill a bunch of people. It's cool. Ooh. Oh, up there. Oof. That's a lot of madness up there. But it's good. We got them. It's alright. Iron Bull's only a little bit injured like normal. Okay. Gang, I'm feeling good about this situation we're in. I think we're gonna kick all sorts of ass and take a lot of names. And I think it's gonna be really good. What is this? Looks like red lyrium. They're a bunch of addicts. What did I want to tell you all? I was just in the middle of a thought, and then I lost it. But that's fine, I suppose. Chunky salsa. Hey, somebody knows, what are the chunky salsa rules? Take all of the names. I know that there are chunky salsa rules in Shadowrun, but I don't know what they are. And I am curious as to what the chunky salsa rules are. What is this? Whatever it is, it seems to be out there. So we will get it later, I think. So if anybody knows what the chunky salsa rules are for Shadowrun, tell me. They mean that explosions reflect off walls. Huh. So, what is the effect of that? They just make explosions more dangerous? Is that what we're looking at? I also appreciated that I was just able to walk through that fire. So if you have a big boom in a small place, the explosion happens. Oh. Well, that's interesting. So it's a way to make explosions more dangerous and more powerful. So presumably, Chunky salsa rules that any concussive force will bounce off walls and transfer back to fleshy meat bodies, given a small enough room. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. That's exciting. I mean, maybe not exciting for the people who got hit with a big grenade, but...
Here, Inquisitor!
Yes?
I am ready to serve!
That's cool. And I'm super excited about just stabbing you a lot. I mean, because who doesn't like a lot of stabbing? Ooh, hey! There are a lot of people running around who are trying to hurt me in the ways that I think are inappropriate. Yes, he is ready to serve, but I think he means he's ready to serve in some kind of messed up way that involves trying to kill me.
We should bring in our forces to occupy the castle.
Alright, what do we have here? We have a lot of looting places. I can't imagine we've actually finished this this keep though, have we? Throwing a grenade into a freezer with a troll. See if he freezes. If it freezes, or the freezer or the troll wins. Interesting. Yeah, I have to say I've really enjoyed our RPG discussions today. Place Inquisition flag. Oh, we're taking the keep apparently. This is now our keep. Do you have a flag? No flag, no country. Eddie Izzard, do you know Eddie Izzard? He's hilarious. Eddie did this whole bit. Ooh, I'm a liberator. I just earned a trophy. Oh. We just got a new keep. I feel like we are, super impressive.
Inquisitor, you're early. We've barely been set up a week. I have a patrol out at the moment. Some of the men cited Darkspawn in the area.
Did they?
I have reports that bandits have taken up squatting in the fortress the wardens abandoned. We're reasonably well entrenched here, but the keep's water supply has been problematic. It's causing delays. I'll prepare the troops for inspection at once.
So let's talk. First, give me a status report.
Report, Captain. What's the situation in the western approach?
I've had scouts investigate that red lyrium operation you smashed. I don't think anyone's getting into that cave anytime soon.
Excellent. Tell me about problems with the water supply.
What's wrong with the water supply?
The fort's well is full of garbage. Blasted Venatori threw corpses in there. There's an oasis nearby, but a Vargas claimed it. Doing a decent job of keeping us away too. 4 soldiers have already fallen to venom and claws. We'll need reinforcements to drive the monster out.
Oh, no, I can just do that. I'm really good about that. So tell me about the Darkspawn.
What can you tell me about the Darkspawn in the area?
The Darkspawn seem to have emerged since we took the keep. I've warned the troops not to engage unless absolutely necessary. We don't need a blight in the ranks. We have to find whatever hole the monsters came from and seal it.
Good. What's this about bandits?
Report. What's the situation in the Warden's fortress?
Bandits moved in. Worse than Quillbacks, if you ask me. They're holed up in there, using it as a base to strike at our supply caravans. Blasted scavengers.
Well, why don't you tell me about yourself? I like to know who we're working with.
What's your name, soldier? Where have you served?
I beg your pardon, Inquisitor. Knight Captain Rylan at your service. I served with the Templars in Starkhaven until they all ran off to the hills, barking at the moon. Commander Cullen offered me a job, and I was glad to do anything to help stop all this madness.
Oh, well, how do you know Cullen?
If you were in Starkhaven, how do you know Cullen?
After Kirkwall exploded, Starkhaven sent aid. Rubble fell on much of the city. A lot of people were homeless or trapped in collapsed buildings. I coordinated rescue efforts, and met Cullen while he was trying to command what was left of Kirkwall's Templars.
Actually, PH, what you said right there sounds amazing. I like it. And the thing is, here's the cool thing, right? In a tabletop RPG, you can just do that. But I think that sort of thing is to get back to our earlier conversation, that I think is a, hey, welcome back, Yumi. Yume Miru. I want to say Yumi, but it's not Yumi. You didn't leave the Chantry?
You didn't want to leave the Chantry with the others of your order?
Sacred duties are all well and good, but someone needs to do real work now and then. If the barracks are on fire, I'm going for water, not standing around smiting the ash for heresy. Ah, respectfully speaking, of course, Inquisitor.
Oh, whatever. I'm a heathen.
How is the Inquisition treating you so far, Captain?
It's good work. Some of it's a touch batty, but I'm always glad to be doing something useful, Inquisitor. There's no shortage of things that need repaired, shored up, or
Just a good bucket of water dumped on them.
This is true. It is not your real name, so I suppose we can pronounce it.
Inquisitor.
But so for example, Paladin Hulk, we just call Paladin Hunk, and I think that that is right and good. Although technically it's Hulk rather than Hunk, but I still feel like that's fair. Just my thoughts. Inspect requisitions. Oh, Venatory Intelligence. Let us select that and craft that item. And that was great. Upgrade potions. We got a bunch of stuff over. So while you were gone, we took a keep. It was really good. Griffin Wing Keep. Prelate, our spies report that the Inquisition is heading toward the western approach. Prepare the Venatori to defend operations until they are complete. Service.
They're starting to feel the effects of our attacks. We're making progress.
We are. We're doing really well. I'm proud of ourselves.
Quiet. Captain, as you say that, you'll be cleaning Vargas dung off the ramparts.
Griffin Wing Keep. Prelate, I do not care about the bad condition of the keep. If it were a defensible condition, it would not have been abandoned for the last age. Conduct repairs. Get the fortifications rebuilt. You will certainly need them. And we may not have much time. Service. Too bad they weren't able to keep the keep. Although I don't feel that badly. I don't feel that bad, actually. But let's take some loot. Also, I just want you to know how much space we have in our inventory for all of the loot. It makes me so happy. But let's climb up here and see what we have. We've got some kind of a thing. Oh yeah, did it go well? Oh, look! It's an astrarium, which I love. This one looks like it will not be difficult. So let's just Oh, well, this is what happened. What had happened was, I was watching Critical Role, which I thought was great, and I didn't think much about that. I think I just screwed that up. Maybe not. Oh. Yeah, so I messed that one up. That's okay. Restart. But we were close. And then I ended up finding my way to Hyper RPG and watching those streams. Still hadn't thought about streaming myself yet. And then I saw Lauren streaming, and I thought, hey, I could do that, right? Like, that's something that I could do. I think that I probably did this the wrong way. Let's see, if I do this... Let's do this. I don't think this will be it. But... yeah, so no, I wasn't... yeah, nope, that didn't do it. So I was inspired by... let's try... I want you to know that I've not been thinking about this as fully as I should have been this one, because I was thought about the story. So anyway, I saw Lauren, who's the GM for Corporate Sins, streaming, and I thought, hey, this actually is something attainable, because I will tell you, looking at something like Hyper RPG and Corporate Sins does not necessarily make it seem like streaming is an attainable thing. Alright, we need to start, I think... let's see, let's start here, maybe. And then we need... oh, no, it is fine. I like being distracted. But then we need to end back up there. I think I've got it. I think what we do then... Team distraction on duty. No, see? I got it. Here we go. Boom. Ta-da. Making it... We need to have a challenge. So who is... Oh, Sister Orin Petrarchius. So here we go. The only constellation to maintain its ancient name in the present day, Toth. The constellation Toth directly corresponds to the ancient Teventa old god known as Toth, the Dragon of Fire. The depiction of this constellation varies, usually represented either as a man of flame, in agony presumably, a victim of the old god, or as a flaming orb. Scholars in the Divine Age attempted to officially change the nomenclature to Ignifir. This is why some old texts record it as such, but the attempt never caught on, even after the eradication of old god worship in the Imperium. From A Study of Theodosian Astronomy by Sister Orin Petrarchius. And sending off a message that way, that is good. I think we've done so much. Look how awesome we are, everybody. And everybody here is awesome. Let's look at our quest map. We have got the Griffinwing Keep. We've got this merchant. There's an astrarium. There's an outpost well. And we've done the astrarium. So I think we've done all of that goodness. So we need to just head out. I want to head out by jumping off of a cliff, but we're not going to do that. That is not how we're going to leave. Ooh, look, we can read something. Griffinwing Keep. Prelate, Griffinwing Keep is a critical part of the Master's plan. You are instructed to hold it against Inquisition assault. To the last man. Service. This is true. We are all distraction all the time. Da da da. I know. I find this jumping off of things is super fast. Yes, we've already spoken. We're going out this way. And I feel like jumping off of things... Oh, although I don't know how many of you all watch Critical Role, but sometimes jumping off of things is not a good idea. Just recently, Keyleth decided to jump off of things. We're going to just jump off of this, everyone. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, see, that wasn't even that bad. We're fine. She decided to jump off this cliff, and she died. I think she was the only character who had not died yet, and she thought like jumping off of this big cliff into the ocean would be totally fine, and then it wasn't totally fine. It actually ended up being bad. Really, really bad. Because she died, and she was sort of like a broken body on the rocks because she did not make the jump, is what I'm trying to say. It was such a bizarre, but it was also kind of awesome. It was super bizarre, but then also kind of awesome. Because for me, right, that's sometimes what the roles give you. Oh, Kiki, yes. Ooh. It was 1,000 feet onto jagged rocks. I'm sure she was thinking that she'd be able to cliff dive into the ocean and make the water and be fine. But it was not. That was not how that worked out. Abyssal Ledge. Oh, let's save. I don't think we've saved recently. PH, it was your job to tell me to save. But that's okay. I was inspired by you nonetheless. Where are we at? We're here. We want to head... There's stuff down here that we could look at that could be very interesting. Oh, missions for us. But I think that what we should do, since we're already here, is sort of head north and around. I need to make a comment. This is an editorial comment, and the editorial comment is this. PH is hilarious. PH is really, really funny, and I just want to make sure that is acknowledged.
We could probably track him down and find out.
as we will. We will kill some bandits. It will be great. I just want everyone to acknowledge PH's excellent sense of timing. This is all. So, Yume, are you at work? Are you in your place of business on a Sunday? Because you're on call, or yeah. No, it was just that was what I'm telling you was not a plot point. It was a, hey, here's this really great idea. I'm going to jump off this cliff. And it turns out that was not a really great idea. Is what I would say. Not. Oh. Oh. Is your work very far away? Aww. Is it like, I assume it's not that far a drive, right? So it's not onerous. You get a call, you come in, and then you get to go back home, I assume. By the way, I don't know if you can hear it, but there is totally... Oh, 50, see, that sounds great. You know, they say that people who have long commutes are less happy than people who do not have long commutes. Hi, Keep. Oh. Okay, so... Oh, wow. How often, like, when you're on call, how often are you called? I mean, is it actually a thing where you get called quite a lot? Let's head directly east. I actually have no idea what the rhythm of veterinary on-callness is. Whether or not it actually is a fairly... It's fairly regular that you would be called. Oh, Dorian. Who are you? It really depends. Sometimes only a couple of times a day, sometimes I'm pretty... Oh, wow. I will say that that's still a lot of calls, right? I mean, it could easily be that if you're on call, you don't have to do anything at all. We're back to the Death Drink Springs. Let's just look at our quest map. See, I knew we were missing something. There's something right back here that we need to look at. Death root. Yeah, so, like, I just sort of assumed that if you were on call, that maybe on one day you wouldn't have to do anything at all. I imagine you like good surprises, not bad surprises. Look, there's something for us right around here. Where is it? It looks like we're right on top of it. Maybe it's underground, because I do not see it here. So let's head back up this way and check out. Ooh. There's something for us. I think this is probably it. Ugh. Stupid death springs. No, look, I know, it's really bad. No, that rarely happens. It also depends on the size of the clinic. Oh. So because your clinic is big, you're basically, there's almost always a call, is what you're saying. Right, right. See, oh, we've got something else coming to visit us. Big creature. But, it's dead. Because we killed it. Because we care about the environment? Maybe? I wonder if doctors who are on call... Yes! Smaller buildings. Got it. But it must be pretty exciting to... Is it a sounds like a really exciting practice.
This
just isn't working, boss.
Yes.
The Darkspawn got through. I'll have to see what our people at Skyhold can do.
Oh, look at this. Oh, hi. I feel like I'm so distracted. Well, I imagine if you were at a smaller practice, you probably wouldn't be able to do, like, surgery, and you probably wouldn't be able to do as many of the things that you're able to do now, is what I imagine. Ooh, stressful. So, ooh, look at this. It's a question mark. Let's go see if we can discover what it says. So a question I would have for you then, but let's save. I'm a little worried. You can't stress it enough. Wah wah. I suppose if someone came in with their aunt, Death Drink Springs. This looks bad. Maybe we can we get there? Ugh, this is so bad for our lungs. So bad for our lungs. It's probably even a bad choice to be walking here. Oh, yeah, look at that. Nope. I just got super injured, by the way. I did. I'm not feeling well. I'm injured. Just thought I'd share. And we're gonna kill that person. So we need to find a way towards the other parts. Like, there's all this other stuff, and we need to find a way there. I think we're gonna need to... What I think we'll do is kill that guy. And I think we can just bamf to a new location and get there. Alright. So, my friends, let us bamf to... Where are we headed? So we can't make it... We want to make our way basically over here, which is on the other side of this area. So I think we'll just bamf here. And I hope I'm healed. I may not be.
Word
So,
for you.
is there a word for me? Oh, what do you want?
Inquisitor.
Yes?
I've something for you.
What is it? Report.
What is it?
This could help us.
Fauna requisition request. Let's do that. Inspect requisitions. Wildlife survey. Yeah, that's cool. We'll do it. Okay. And I wanted to rest, because I think I'm super injured. Okay. Do you want anything, Requisition Officer?
Inquisitor, if you have a moment.
I do. Please report.
What is it?
Could prove useful, sir.
And it's a bunch of exciting stuff. Hey, Artie Snack! It is so nice to see you. We were talking about you. We weren't. Actually, what we were talking about was mispronouncing people's names. And so when I think about mispronouncing people's names, I think about you. Because Artie Snack is not actually how your name is pronounced in any kind of way. And it is really, really not how your name is pronounced. But, you know, sometimes mispronouncing a person's name is a sign of love and affection. I like to think. We have taken over a huge keep, which was really great. And we are now in a space where we are trying to find... We're trying to get these things that are hanging out. And I don't know if we can get them from here or if we need to actually go in this canyon. It looks like we need to go in the canyon, I think. But yeah, so I think we just need to go in this canyon. It'll be fine. I was just distracted, and I wanted to tell you all something. I had a thought, but I can't remember what it was now. It's Valmont Pass. Ooh. And there's something right here, Elfroot. I had a thought, and it was about video games, and I totally lost it. And that makes me a little sad. But it was something that it was going to be really good. Oh, you know what I was thinking? This is what I wanted to tell you. So a lot of the video games that are streamed take on a narrativist bent. And I think one of the reasons why they do that is, one is because I think they're sort of thinking of streaming as being more like television, and so you need more narrativism in it. But also, if you think about something like Hyper RPG, they make money off of selling basically narrativist. Hi. How are you? By selling narrativist bennies, right? So if you have some sort of benny or plot thing, that gives a sort of a narrativist, right? That's like, you can sell that. That's like an easy product to sell. Narrativist interactions with the game in certain ways. Now you've got something like the Gauntlet, which is gamist, clearly. But I would be really, like, the thing that I've got, that's exactly what they do. They sell narrative influence, right? And so then, since they sell narrative influence, then you need to have the games be a bit more narrativist, so that will work. Makes sense. I am really interested, however, in seeing how a simulationist game would work on stream. And so it is my hope, after I sort of figure out exactly how to work out Roll20 and how to get streaming tabletop RPG to work for me, it is my goal to run a more simulationist game and see how that goes. That is a goal of mine, because right now we're not seeing a wide variety of different place types, and I would like to see more variety in that way. And so I'm excited to see. There's a lot of stuff around here, a lot of things to loot. There we go. All right, so I personally am excited to try out doing a more simulationist, stream a more simulationist style RPG. Yes, yeah, that's right. Because a lot of things, of course, are hybrid, right? That's how a lot of things are. So there's a thing right here. Maybe it's inside? I don't know where it is, actually. We've gotten a lot of things, but there's a shard, and I want it. Where is this shard? Maybe I have to go back up and around. Probably. Let's see. I love the conversation about all this yesterday on the Legion Discord. Yeah! Everything is on a scale. Everything is on a scale. And people can move more one way or the other, and things can have more weight on one thing or another, but, but it's not like a black and white sort of a thing. Things are on a scale. And actually, I think that's good. And the thing is, I think it's important to know that, I think it's important to note people's tastes. I think that's actually very, very important, because a simulationist game does not work well with players who don't like that. Oh. Was the Outcrowd? I did not watch the Outcrowd, and I did not watch Valiant. Were they really, really narrativist? I never watched them. I mean, what's interesting about Shadowrun, of course, is that Shadowrun itself is not. Yeah, what I was going to say though is that Shadowrun is an older system, so the new kind of narrative, the kind of narrative game thing is really a trend from the 2000s, and Shadowrun is not a new game, right? It is an older game, so you can do very crunchy things with it. Oh, come on! How am I going to get to that shard? I want it. Well, by the way, we're searching for a shard. Vanquish is heavily narrative. That makes sense. I mean, it's a modern game, and modern games have trended heavily towards sort of narratives mechanically. And of course, you can always make something that is not narrative mechanically more narrative in practice. How is it on the comedic scale? Oh, hold on. Maybe this is how we're going to do it. Ooh, look. Exciting things. There is going to be a shard, and I'm going to get it. Ooh, what is this? Stern note of warning. Clem, don't drink at the mine again or you're fired. Doran. It varies. It opens itself up to a lot of comedy, but that comes down to the cast and their talent for improv. So now this, I think, is actually very interesting. We're talking about improv for a moment. I did want to say something about that that I think is interesting. So when it comes to improv, a lot of improv people are improv comedians, and a lot of improv sort of trends towards comedy. It doesn't have to be that way, of course. You can improv drama, and but I think there's a sort of like a bit of a default towards improving comedy. And then I think that because a lot of these companies, yeah, right, a lot of the companies will get streamers as their will get improv people as their streamers. You end up getting a lot of comedy. Like, what is all of... Oh. Right. Now, if you look at, say, Critical Role, they are not, for the most part, there are, of course, exceptions. They're not, for the most part, comedians. Ooh. Claim the logging stand. I feel really excited about... We just need a quarry. I just feel like looking around, there's all this stuff to loot. It's a bit overwhelmingly awesome. So a lot of the games end up sort of getting... Yes, right? So I think this is the thing, that one of the things about Critical Role is that a lot of them, have dramatic acting chops. They also have improv chops, but their improv doesn't necessarily... is not necessarily comedy. And I think that makes a great difference. And I think some of the ones, they're like, let's basically get comedy improv actors, right, who work at the Groundlings, and who that's what they primarily do is comedy. And then that makes, if that is your basis for your streamers, that's going to give you a particular slant. That if you had dramatic actors would give you a different slant. And there are also, of course, I think it's important to note that you can do improv drama. That is certainly a thing that is possible, and I love improv drama, but you have to, you have to know that you have to do that, right? That actually has to be a thing that you deliberately do. And more looting. All right. Yeah, so I appreciate when we get dramatic actors, and I will say I think I've been thinking lately about if comedy is maybe more suited to one-shots, less suited to longer-running RPG games. It depends on your vibe, right? There are people who can sustain long-term comedy and actually really like that. I mean, my understanding, right, is Acquisitions Incorporated is a comedy game, and they have been around forever, right? I mean, like, they are a long-running sort of show that is basically just a comedy show, and people really like that game, that sort of a thing. So I think it also just depends on the people doing it. I appreciate Cheryl very much for her improv drama ability, very much. It's one of the things I really appreciate about her, and it's only one show a year. I thought it was a regular podcast. It is not a regular podcast. That is a weekly thing. Oh. Where are we, everybody? Oh, we're heading north just a little bit for a thing. Do you hear something? I hear somebody. I hear Venatori cultists. Oh. And here, I thought it was weekly. We're gonna kill these people right now. This is very interesting, because I'm also thinking about the ways in which, so also, I want to make a distinction right now, if you don't mind me saying. I want to nuance the phrase one-shot, if you do not mind. And I want to make a distinction between a one-off, a one-shot that takes place in one evening, that you play it for one night only, and a one-off adventure, right? So, for example, you could do a one-shot adventure that takes 5 sessions. Who is saying this? Manifest. Second shipment of artifacts for Griffin Wing Keep. 3 staves, properties unknown. 1 vessel for bloodletting. 6 damaged tomes of varying degrees of legibility. Remains of Illyrium's censor. Delivered to the keep at once. Service will see the more functional items passed on to Calpurnia. Yes, I get cut off. Thank you. It's not. I don't think it's cut off for those who are actually on the computer, but for me on the, I'm reading the chat through the PS4, and it does get cut off. Thank you, PH. So, oh yeah, right. So I want to make a distinction between like a one evening game and a one-time adventure that might take multiple sessions. Right, so like maybe you're doing something that's like 5, like maybe it's 5 or 6 sessions, but there's no expectation that that will be an ongoing campaign, right? So I think that there are certain kinds of drama that you can make from a one-shot campaign. Not a campaign, a one-shot, a short adventure, a one-shot adventure with multiple sessions, right? If you see what I'm saying, that you can make that are less likely to happen in an ongoing campaign. So basically, while comedy might be suited to one-shots, I think there are certain kinds of drama that also are suited for one-shots. So, you know, I will just say I just want to say it. What do we have here? So we need fire attacks. Yes, exactly like Bluebeard's Bride. Exactly. Thank you. You can read my mind, and it is excellent. There are, can you do fire attacks? Or are you... You know, I don't think you have any fire attacks at all. That is a little tricky. Yes, yes, yes. So, my friends, there's this really cool thing here that I want to get into, but it looks like we need a different party configuration, or a fire staff. Oh, fire staff. Hey, Lioness Rising. Here's, do I have a fire staff? Let's see what Dorian has on him. Welcome in. You are awesome. Oh, he does have a fire staff. It's a fire staff. So we should be able to get through it, I think. Thank you for that. Oh!
The Tory want to keep us out. Shall we disappoint them?
So guess who's awesome? The Lioness Rising is awesome. That is all I needed to say about that. Ooh. How are you doing, Lioness Rising? I hope you're doing well. We are, ooh, let's read this. A preserved note. A preserved letter found in the body of a messenger. Baloran, you were right to doubt. Heladius will not be swayed. If this letter was sent, then it is sealed. Send aid. Sarpedon. Ooh. Well, before we do that, let's go up here, because we're in an exciting place, clearly. We're also near the end of our streaming session for today, because I have so much grading to do. Written note. Morven, Alexius has failed. The work here thus becomes all the more vital. Secure the site at all costs. The Elder One will not tolerate another mistake on our part. Service. Service is creepy, and there is loot to be had. And I just wanted you to know about that, the creepiness. And let's head to the other side. There is one thing that I feel like we should be able to do. Oh, I'm so excited! So what this means, in case you want to know what that means, is that I will be doing the easy grading while Lauren is streaming. I'll try to grade as much as possible before she streams. And then, hopefully it can maybe just intergrades, or do easy grading while she's streaming. I think we have to actually... So what is this going to do for us? The Still Ruins. Press the wrong button. So, I feel like we missed a thing. And I feel like we can maybe get it before we close for the day. But where is it? Unless it's underground, which is entirely possible, because many things are underground. I'll have to see how my internet this evening... Oh! You know what I think? I think actually it's underground. I think what we're looking for is in that Tig. This is my first playthrough. It's my first playthrough doing it blind because I thought... what we're going to do, by the way, everybody, is we're going to, since it's 3 o'clock, we're going to head back to... we're going to head back to Stormhaven. Here we go. Skyhold, pardon me. Go back in? Really? Okay. Alright, I'm going to listen to you. I know that if you do it, if you play it first... Hey, how are you? Sochi, like, in Russia? Well, that's exciting. Hello. We're going in. I just feel like if you play it first before, then you don't get the authentic reactions, and I feel like I want to be authentic with you all, and just be here together, and sort of experience this, and be shocked together. So I try not to... Even though that might mean that I might have a learning curve on how to sort of get the mechanics or something down, but I want to sort of be authentic in my reactions with you all together. So that's why I do it. Also, there are a lot of bad people here, and I feel like that's okay, that we're going to kill them. That's what we're going to do. We're going to kill them all. And I just want you to know it. Yeah, so I just always want to give people, like, be here authentically for the first time with people about all of this stuff. Hey, there are a lot of weird statues in here, and it doesn't look good. And I just want you to know that I'm feeling like bad things are happening, or are going to happen. Oh, cool! That's awesome. Hey, and you had, Masver? Venatory orders. Who's giving these orders? We will find out. We'll just give them an evil voice. Lucanus. The references are obscure, but they point to a single power, sealed at the height of the old empire. Tevinter's involvement in the region predates the First Blight. Detailed accounts of the location are non-existent, but there are some promising leads. You'll be provided with men and supplies. Do not return empty-handed. So, Mexver, that's how I'll pronounce your name. Mexver, you have the Olympics. There are a lot of evil demons all frozen in weird, creepy ways, and I'm afraid they're all going to come to life and attack us.
You're shitting me. You're sure these demons aren't moving?
I know, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, so you had the Olympics, right? That's really cool. What was it like, Mixper, what was it like being in Sochi during the Olympics? Let's examine this.
Everything's frozen. I don't think this was the Venatory.
No.
I'd say some ancient Tevinter decided to alter time. I'm surprised it didn't go better.
Nothing's happening. The magic here is interfering with the anchor. Nothing's happening. The magic here is interfering with the anchor.
So, nothing is happening. Interesting. It's a little creepy, and there are a lot of demons, frozen demons. But let's give it a good look through and see if there's anything we can pick up from here before we leave. How extensive is this place? Also, what's going on in here? It doesn't look good, my friends. It looks like bad things happened in here. Bad things. But at least everybody's frozen right now, so, oh, hey, we can look at our map, can't we? Oh, look at this. Oh, you know what? I think we've got it. This place is weird. The place is weird. Alright, let's look. We can open this door. Because I'm a lockpicker. I was in openings. Were you really? That's so cool! That is so cool. I feel like we have a celebrity in our stream right now. That's really neat. What did you march? What did you do? Did you, like, I don't know, what did you do? What did you do in the opening ceremony? Responsible. Oh. Alright, who is this from? This is from Magister Esthia. Alright, let's do this one. Let me correct you, apprentice. While it is true that blood magic is woven through the history of Tevinter, there are good reasons quite aside from the Chantry's sermons that such arts are now frowned upon. Consider the ancient magisters who once attempted to map the fate itself. A worthy goal, perhaps, but a costly one. When their spells exhausted their lyrium supply, the magisters spilled the blood of countless slaves. To what end? The shifting nature of the fade made the effort futile, and so much death left the magisters open to possession by demons. Wasteful. Still, some still idolize Terena of the Rock, who used blood magic against the Kunari during the Steel Age. They say she cut her flesh on the shores of Marnus Pell as the dreadnought sailed in, turned her spells against their crews, and boiled the very blood in their veins. A terrifying display, to be sure. But against Kunari, it only made them more determined while they besieged the ports of Carastes. And what of Magister Calanthus? That fool who believed he could make himself the ascended man with blood magic. 33 slaves died in that rite, and Calanthus became an abomination so horrific that his apprentices tore out their eyes at the sight of him. You quote an example of the lovers, Crescens and Seraphinian. Yes, Seraphinian offered his own blood to cure Crescens of her wasting disease, and Crescens lived a long life. But if the noblest use the blood magic, if the noblest use of blood magic still calls for the death of a good man, is that not reason to reconsider? Letter from Magister Astia to her apprentice, 771 Storm. Yeah, don't use blood magic. Don't do it. So we'll take all of that, and we will loot this. I don't know, I just feel like there's gonna be, like, maybe something not so great is going to happen. This is just my feeling. But it's cool we're seeing all this ancient Tevinter stuff. You know what? I want you all to know what I would like. I would like for the next Dragon Age game to be set in Tevinter. Blood magic is fun. It's not at all unhealthy or dangerous. It's great. But I would love to go to Tevinter. I would love to see it. I would love to oh, thank you. But I appreciate all of when I'm like, wait a minute, where am I? What is going on? I appreciate that very much. Blood magic, it's misunderstood. Sure, you know. I know, I would love a game set in Tevinter. I would love a game set in Antiva. Everyone has blood, it's supernatural. Or is it supernatural? What do we have here? Ooh, Hall of Silence. Let's just steal things. That's not sketchy at all. Sometimes I feel like it's disrespectful. Oh. What do we have here? It looks like we can't get access to it from where we're at. We just have to go around. Let's see. I think it's on the other side of that wall. Let's go around and through, and then we will get there, I suppose. Maybe? Here we go. I'd say I can do some blood magic. Just well, being a vet, I would say yes. As long as you don't turn into an abomination, then I think we're good. I don't know what happened here. I think whatever it was bad. That is my...
The texts describe a chamber. This must be it.
Oh. Oh look, Venatori. We're gonna kill them. And then... What is... Yeah, I feel like there are bad things going on, my friends. Like, really bad things. And I feel uncomfortable with that. What is going on over there? Yes. Yes, it does. It does indeed seem like a decent point to save. And... Okay. Okay. We are going to loot, save, and once we get done with this place, we're going to go home and call it a day for today. We're getting a bunch of stuff, though.
Stone for a reason. The markings on it. I've heard of keystones that bear the same.
Keep searching. There may be more.
Yes. First, let's save. Save. Just because, you know, we need to save. Be safe. Alright, what do we have here? We have... I only came at the end, but I have to head off to do stuff with... Oh, Mother's Day! That is wonderful. This is the way we came, right? It is the way we came. Have a wonderful Mother's Day, and also everybody on the stream have a wonderful Mother's Day. I wish only the best for all of the mothers, all you mother lovers, and also mothers. Do you know Peaches? It's a song. So I'm going to curse. I just want you to know. Ooh, loot. There's the singer Peaches, and she's great. And she has a song, "Set It Off." And the lyrics of the song are, "Motherfuckers wanna get with me, lay with me, love with me, all right." And what's interesting is that the research notes. I will tell you before I read this. The censored, this clean version for radio is not "motherfuckers wanna get with me," it's "mother mothers" or "mother lovers," and I just think that's kind of hilarious. Research notes. Scrawled notes accompany several complex diagrams. Theoretically, it should be possible to draw energy from the Fade itself. While I will not discount the obvious dangers, such risks can be circumvented through use of a proper channel. Once the channel is stable, we should be able to manipulate the energy to our will. The power gained would be beyond measure. At this time, theory will take us no further. If my hypothesis proves true, it will be an achievement unrivaled by any in history that will all but ensure the immortality of the Imperium. Not for sex. You know what, though? Hey, if you want to have sex with Iron Bull...
No, I'll bet I could do that.
I won't even judge you. Let's energize this. And hope it doesn't get really bad. Okay. Like, no judgment. You can have sex with Iron Bull if you want, or if you don't want. Oh, let's take this thing. So we collected a thing. It looks like we only have to hit this other side of the area. Let's head over here. Ooh, loot. What is this?
We have a Ben Hasrath with us. A spy, an actual Qunari spy. That doesn't strike anyone as a bad thing?
No.
Says the Vint. When we're fighting, Vince.
That's not a terrible point. Okay.
It's cool. You know what? We've got spies. We've got Teventer mages. It's all good. No judgment. How am I going to get over there? I think I have to go around. Before we head right in the center, let's head to the other side to make sure we're not missing anything. Because we're needing to collect some stones, it looks like. Awkward. Alright, we've got 4 or 5 stones. I think it's time for us to go right in the center, my friends. If Iron Bull consents, of course. Okay. Here. But there's loot there, and I want it. Loot. Loot. I never get to loot all the things I want. It's alright. It's fine. I'm not bitter about it. I mean, I am bitter about it. But, here we go, my friends. This is it. Into this place.
No. It's still not done.
Oh. Huh. Ooh, what's my favorite game?
Something else is still needed, I think.
Yes, I think we are missing some more of these, what do you call them? We are missing more of these keystones, but we will find them. We will find them. My favorite game, that's really difficult. I don't know if I could come up with one, but I will say I really loved KOTOR 2, Knights of the Old Republic 2, despite the some of the difficulty with them having to sort of in the game really, what's the word? Despite the fact that Obsidian was rushed, I really hello. This looks bad, but it looks like. But I bet there's a keystone here. Let's read this. Research notes. A series of disturbing diagrams is followed by a personal note. Sarpedon would cast doubt on our work here. I expected no less. He's Baloran's man. If he thinks to deter me, he will not succeed. Who accomplished anything through such fretting and hesitance? Let him be placated by his pointless precautions. If he wishes to question the validity of my theories, perhaps he should look more closely at his own. Clearly we're getting academic struggles. Let's, take this last... Yeah, we got them all, my friends. Some people make really poor choices. That's all I'm saying. They make very poor choices. And our last one to read? Research notes. A few hastily written notes are scrawled below increasingly perplexing diagrams. Blood to start, then from the channel itself, the slave trader had 6 strong enough for the task. Preparations are in place. Sapadon will call one final meeting. I must speak to the others in advance. Right? Exactly. You're gonna vanish. We'll take care. I will catch you on the interwebs. This is our last thing before we go. We're going to find out what's in that last door, and then we're leaving, because we've got some streams. We've got some other streams to do, and also grading, and maybe also food. So this is it, folks. We're on the there's a lot of blood in here. Grades to grade.
Is this what they were after?
Thank
I'd be
you.
careful with that if I were you.
See ya, Cupcake. Also, I want a cupcake. This looks like so much badness. I mean, like, look at all of this blood in the air. It is bad. Bad news. Journal on certain experiments. This journal lies open on its final entry. Haladius ignores all resorts that do not support his own hypothesis, brushing them off as anomalies and expected deviations. He posits that there will be an acceleration in the channel's creation, and will no doubt test this theory without guaranteeing a secure channel can even be maintained. I've argued the inherent risks, the catastrophic tear in the veil that will result from such foolishness. But he has the others convinced. He grants only a sneering permission to conduct countermeasures in the event of failure. If I'm correct, the only course of action will be to direct the resulting power into sealing the event itself. The odds of survival are less than ideal, but the surrounding lands will be preserved. Thanks, Ceradon, for not, having us all dead. Well, let's take this staff, everybody. Wait, let's save. Sorry, this is the good time to save, says Paladin Hunk. Okay, everybody, here we go. I think... Oh? Oh! That's... Oh. Oh no! I think we're gonna have a massive battle, everybody. Yeah. We are gonna have a massive battle. I think this is gonna be, I think we're gonna have a bit of a fight. Yeah. So gang, this is gonna be a bit of a fight. We're gonna try to make our way through it as quickly as possible. And hope everything will go well. We will see how this goes. Okay. Well, this is our lot to murder a lot of things. A lot of things. Oh, hey. Don't be rude and attack me. Sometimes those things are rude and they try to attack me, and I don't appreciate it. But I think we're doing well, right? Okay. I think this actually probably won't be as bad as I thought. Let's make it through. Here we are in the Hall of Silence. And there's the rift. We close the rift. And we are golden.
Hurry, before this gets worse.
Oh, I was going to jump down a place that was not the... I was going to jump off in a wrong way. and that would have been bad. Oh, hi. Hi, everybody. Big demon. I just want all my friends to distract them while I disrupt this rift. We got it, we got it, we got it. Go, go, go. Oh. Okay. What's next? Alright. I will disrupt while everybody kills some demons. Oh, or I'll be distracted. Yeah, we did. We activated lots of demons, and it was inappropriate. And I just need to take this potion and disrupt this rift. And I think we'll be fine really soon. Okay. There are a lot of demons around here, everybody. And we just need to kill them all. And, there are a lot of demons. Oh! Good! And I hope to see you again on the stream. I normally run Dragon Age Origins on Saturdays at noon Eastern Standard Time. Oh, there we go. But I will be doing it actually on Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
It's done. I'm rather sick of this place. You?
Someone would have freed the demons eventually. At least we were here to stop it.
And we can activate this. So I just want to say, everybody who's hanging out in the sleep well, Maxfer, sleep well. And so for everyone who's hanging out, I want you to know that I am Trooper SJP. Please feel free to follow. That would be lovely if you did. And this is the Academic Foxhole. I think we're done. Yeah, I think we're done, everyone. We can exit out. So please feel free to follow. And I stream on, generally speaking, Thursdays at 6, some sort of indie game or something like that on my Mac. And right now I'm streaming on Saturdays. Dragon Age Inquisition, 6 p.m., Thursdays at 6 p.m., Saturdays at noon, although this week's a little bit messed up because I'm still off schedule for next week. Follow button hype! And we talk about things too much and philosophize, and it is excellent. And we, my friends, are going to go back to Skyhold. Because we have made great strides and great accomplishments. And we're going home. This is great. All right, everybody. I want to thank everyone for being here. It was really lovely. I will see everybody for my next stream, which is Thursday, when we will finish Orwell, because we're right at the very end of it, and maybe pick up something else if we finish it very quickly. I'm also going to try to see if I can play a banjo song on Thursday. We will see. I've got to try to get my fingers back, and I don't know if I can because of all the grading and writing. So if not next week, I will play something on the banjo the week after on Thursday. So I want to thank everybody for being here, everybody for making this such a great, just a great afternoon. Happy Mother's Day to everybody. Go and watch Lauren stream Random Tuesday later today if you like. Go and watch everything. And we should go to we're going to walk over to our war table. That's what we're going to do. We're going to the war table just to assign people missions, because that's what we always want to do before we leave off. Just a little bit of war table. That's all. War table then gone. Hey, Josephine. Why is there someone over there?
I tracked that Venatori mage back to Adamant Fortress.
Oh.
They're looking at assault options now in the war room.
Thanks for coming.
You did well, Varric. The Inquisitor is just who we need.
Oh, it's been great.
Oh.
Murderous wardens, archdemon attacks,
Oh.
plenty of blood mages and crazy Templars. Just like home.
I know how much you hated leaving Kirkwall.
This is the ass end of Thedas. You know they eat snails here?
Ooh.
Still, I think I need to finish this out. If it weren't for me and Bartrand, none of this would have happened. So much for changing our lives.
That's what happens when you try to change things. Things change. You can't always control how.
Oh. Well, it seems like there's actually something a lot bigger going on right now, so we're going to stop right here, and we're going to leave ourselves right here to pick up next Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to find out what all of this is about. So, let me save. Save. And I want to thank everybody for being here. Have a great Sunday, and I will see you all next Thursday and also on all of the related Discords. Hyper RPG, and also Lauren's Legion Random Tuesday, and also the Muppet Mafia, and also Drunkleys. So I will see you in all of those places. Have a great Sunday. Bye, everybody.